Oh. Here we go. All right. All right. Just gotta make sure everything's working. Share, copy link. Whoa. Wait, is that the zombie fan guy?
Yeah, but give me a little bit.
Oh. I kind of just started the voice to people in game chat, but what's up, man? Oh boy. Okay. Oh, wait.
Alright, now that a bit has been given, what's up?
What's up, man? I kind of just started this, so I won't have to talk to in-game chat, but what's up?
No, that's a fair reason to do that. Let me quickly go ahead and have your stream up and muted. Or,
Yeah.
actually, it's quiet enough. I can probably just not mute it. So, what's up?
Just playing some Overwatch, just trying to get to ranked.
Fair enough. Why specifically Overwatch?
I don't know. Just was playing Minecraft earlier, got bored, and I'm like, Val told me she was gonna go play Overwatch and play some ranked. So I'm like, all right, you know, I should probably start grinding so I could get to ranked at least.
Hmm. So, out of curiosity, I'm really not.
I have no main. I think the closest thing to a main I have is Orisa.
If you were given the choice to play whoever you wanted in a team composition that would build around you, who would you want to play?
I don't know, because like this game I enjoy, or I have a character in all the roles I like to play.
Fair enough. Who are they?
So for healer, it's Baptiste and Lucio. For DPS, it's Mccree, Widow, 76 Junkrat, and Hanzo. Some of them I have more experience than others. Then for tank, I like playing Orisa.
Alright, that's fair.
Then I'm still experimenting with the others.
So, little word of advice. In Overwatch, usually... Okay, so you know how in Smash, you're encouraged very heavily to focus on one character specifically, and pretty much only them for a while until you get real good and start needing secondaries for matchups and such.
Right.
In most games, other than specifically fighting games, that is not the case. In games like Paladins and Overwatch, only playing one character as your quote-unquote main isn't actually looked like very fondly on. It's actually usually called a one-trick rather than a main.
Right.
So, in general, in like team-based shooters where you're picking a hero and a role and stuff, it's expected that you know many characters, and there are ones that you tend to focus on. So, for example, if you're a healer, you're expected to. Well, okay, everybody in the game is expected to know Mercy because Mercy's pretty easy. But
Right.
As a healer, generally you're expected to know Mercy and then one or two other characters. As a DPS, you're expected to know. Usually, it's based on like how they DPS. So like it's good to know a backline, frontline, midline, whatever. And then
Right.
for tanks, you pretty much need to know Reinhardt and then other tanks.
Right.
Although this is all coming from a a try-hard standpoint, and recently I've been trying real hard to to lighten up on that deal. So I'm curious, what are you gonna be queuing up for today?
Right now I'm queuing up for deeps.
Alright.
Then I'll probably. What's up?
I feel like everybody who knew you were going to play this game expected you to go straight to Soldier. Why didn't you?
You're gonna think it's dumb, but the ADS.
You know what? That's fair.
Because,
Taking
like,
a very consistent formula and just taking away one part of it makes it feel a lot weirder.
yeah.
Oh, but, not gonna, not gonna force you to change your decision or anything, but recently, Soldier's inaccuracy got completely removed. He's now 100% accurate.
Wait a minute.
I am not kidding.
We're all soldiers now.
I don't know if it was recent or if it was a long time ago when I heard it in a video as recent, but yeah, it's completely gone.
Because, like, I do like playing him. It's just sometimes this game's, like, it's like formula for sensitivity.
Oh,
Doesn't feel great.
actually, oh, you just got into a game. I was going to say pause the queue and I can help you with that. Okay, so have you changed the aim method at all?
I believe I have.
Okay, you probably just did sensitivity and those numbers and such, but have you changed the setting labeled method? Or type?
Let me see.
By default,
Controller.
it's in dual zone.
Excuse me. Aim technique. I put it to experimental ramp. That's what I feel like works the most for me.
Okay, so go ahead and play the game. I'll tell you about what each one does.
Okay.
So, linear ramp is the
Like
more
linear.
you move the stick away from the center, the faster it'll go, and it's completely linear. Exponential ramp means that barely moving it will move it less, and the further away you get from the center, the exponentially faster your crosshair will move. At the absolute maximum, linear and exponential and dual zone are all exactly the same sensitivity. So at maximum, like moving the stick away from the center, it will always be the same maximum as your sensitivity.
Right.
Exponential ramp is generally considered smoother since that very minor movements give you more minor, controls.
Adjustments.
Linear ramp feels relatively clunky. Most people say that linear ramp feels very clunky and very... I'm not sure how to describe it, but it doesn't feel quite right. Dual zone, though, is probably the best aiming method in Overwatch, aside from me being the gyro control, elitist.
Right.
Because it effectively places two sensitivities on your stick. There's an inner circle, which is a lower sensitivity and it will scale less. And then there's an outer circle, which is a higher sensitivity and will scale more. So that means that if you do very gentle movements to your stick, it will be at a much lower sensitivity, and therefore you can use it for like aiming down corridors and long distances and such. And then moving your stick all the way is accessing an entirely different level of sensitivity. So that's generally considered the best aiming method on stick. And I guess in Overwatch I would argue that it's probably optimal because Switch is that far away from optimal, even though I always say gyro controls are optimal.
Right.
It is also the default. The reason that it's the default, despite being kind of the most complex one, is because Overwatch started out as only having linear ramp, then added exponential ramp, and then added dual zone, and everybody said dual zone was the best. So anyways, you don't have to change it obviously if you don't want to. You're not, looking for optimization in this game. But judging from my experiences and what you're describing to me, I feel like messing with that until you really feel comfortable is something that just kind of makes the game a lot more fun.
Right.
Also, do you want me to find a workshop mode for you to train your aim in? Because there are better things in the training room to train your aim in.
The power of destruction.
Also, that was a
Actually,
ballsy play.
yeah, I genuinely thought they would have been distracted. But maybe an aim training might do good. I don't know. Let me
go ahead and search for one real quick.
I'm gonna swap back to dual zone. Just
Best round. 1.
well, I can't test it right now.
Score.
Score.
0.
Alright, so it appears that there are a large number of them, lol.
It is not my preference to seek him out as person.
Once you're done with this match, we can look through them for a little bit.
Alright.
Precision Swedish engineering.
I assume that you want to play this game in comp. Actually, no, I don't know why you want to play this game in comp. Why do you want to play this game in comp?
Because it's funny.
5.
You know what? That's it.
3.
Although, I will say this.
1.
If you play comp and end up getting bronze, it'll be very fun to look at the stupid cred people are doing. I personally don't think that there's any way you'll get into bronze unless you get some real unlucky matches or the equation or whatever that decides your SR just goes bananas. But if you do happen to get in bronze, it'll likely be because of weak mechanical skill or something, or bad positioning or something, whereas a lot of other people that are in bronze because they have no idea how to play the game.
Right. Ah.
Oh yeah. Do you want me to tell you something that I played a lot, and honestly, it's changed my view on Overwatch?
What's up?
No rest for the weary.
So in Paladins, you place a shield where there's going to be lots of fire coming towards you so that it can block that damage until the shield, gets destroyed or wears off, yeah?
Right.
In Overwatch, the shields are significantly squishier. Like, they're easier to break, and they also usually won't have a time limit. So, you're actually supposed to use shields in Paladin, or in Overwatch, specifically to cover you from one place to another. You're supposed to use shields to move so that you can create space. You're not supposed to use them to block off the enemy.
Interesting.
So, as an example, Aegis Fernando in Paladins just kind of holds his shield up at the enemy and then swaps between holding his shield up and letting himself take the damage. Now remember, Aegis Fernando, his shield HP is literally always regenerating, even if he has his shield up, which is so dumb. But, in Paladins, that is a valid strategy, just always having the shield be soaking up damage from the enemy so that they can't kill your team, and then soaking up damage for yourself so that it's not coming to your team, and so on and so forth. In this game, you can't do that, because your shield, if it's under the focus fire of just 2 people, it'll get destroyed pretty fast. And so, you have to use it to actually intentionally go somewhere and position yourself.
We're down a player.
Oh, that's an oof. Oh, you're down a tank, that's an oof.
Yeah. Hello, monkey.
Yeah, that's why I sucked so badly at Reinhardt when I tried to play him. I always tried to play him like his barrier was going to stop enemy fire and not like it was going to cover my teammates. I can see why you'd like to whip her though. Honestly, I tried her out and holy flip, is she a lot of fun. I personally do prefer still to support, but as a tank, I do really enjoy it with her.
Yeah.
It's just like, she's got a lot of abilities that are passive value or something like that. You don't need to really be like, for example, with Mercy, you don't really need to think about your dash to people, but then your resurrection, you have to be like super careful about when you use it. With Diva, you need to know when to like go in and dive with your missiles and defense matrix and stuff. There are lots of characters with cooldowns you really have to manage, but with Orisa, it's like, you just kind of use stuff when it's useful.
Yeah. Shoot a big ball when they group. That's all I know.
Well, you usually shoot the big ball to make them group. Or to pull them out from cover or something.
Knock me down and I'll
Team. Come on, guys. Can we just pop point for a little bit? You know, just a little bit.
Unfortunately, in Overwatch, it's extremely difficult to make a push without ultimates once ultimates have come online.
Oi, you get away from my junkie boy. Nah.
I like how you say, "Oi, you get away from my junkie boy," while leading the Reinhardt towards your Junkrat. Or, wait, no. Sorry, I forgot there's delay. I was watching the stream, and when you said that, you were leading the Reinhardt to your Junkrat, but then you started shooting the person who was killing your Junkrat, so I figured that that's probably what you were meaning.
Yeah, there was a Texas on him.
So he's just Texas now, is that it?
Yeah, Mr. Texas.
Fair.
Canonically. Dang, man.
Oh wait, it's 1-1? I thought that you had lost the last round.
No, we did really good last round.
Alright, fair
Alright.
enough. Oh yeah, what about Ash? Have you tried out Ash?
Ash, I've been keep saying that I might like her, but it's like I'm gonna give it time.
She's the only non-sniper scope with an ADS.
Yeah.
I personally really like her kit. She's got that shotgun for knockback and mobility. She's got the dynamite to deal a bunch of damage to enemies that are in groups, and also to flush enemies out of cover. And then, of course, she's got the rifle. The rifle.
Right. I want someone to make... Yeah, I want someone to make a list of, like, sensitivities in games and how they translate to other games.
I mean, like, I'm sure that's possible and all. I don't think that'd be something impossible, especially especially because a lot of people are coming from COD, which has the 1 through 9 sensitivity or whatever, to literally any game that is COD that has like 1 to 100 and stuff.
Yeah.
I do really want to see that, but unfortunately, in so okay, think about it like this, okay? In COD, what's the fastest movement speed somebody can possibly achieve?
The max sensitivity being...
No, not aiming speed. I mean, like, moving their body speed.
Oh,
It would be sprinting with perks meant to make you sprint, right?
right.
Think about Tracer. You know how she can literally blink through space?
Right.
Your sensitivity in COD can't keep up with Tracer while still being able to aim at enemies at long range properly. So sensitivities in different games are used for different things. So in COD, sensitivity is used to redirect your aim, or track things, or just to look around. Whereas in Overwatch, sometimes you need to do like 270s to catch a Tracer. So that's why dual zone is so important to have in this game. Because COD has always had, I can't remember if it was linear or exponential, but in this game you actually need access to both kinds of sensitivity.
Right.
Now, in my opinion, gyro controls is the absolute best way to be able to access both fine and gross turning speed, but...
I'm the better Texas.
Okay, it's even funnier that you said that after missing 3 shots, rolling forward, flashbanging, and then getting 2 body shots. do you actually enjoy Overwatch, or do you stream it more as a haha funny?
I am not opposed to the game.
That's it.
Like, I stream it because I do have fun playing it.
It's not like you specifically want to play Overwatch, it's like Overwatch sounds like a fun kind of thing to play.
Right.
I get you.
Oh, excuse me. All patched up.
Thank you, Sigma.
The experiment
Yeah,
is ready.
raise up.
Time
What
for
the
a
heck?
graphitic flux.
Oh, yeah, that's Sigma game stuff.
You're welcome. I'm the
Oh yeah, also,
you.
you know how you can set, like you can
Right.
say, like, need healing and help and that sort of stuff? You know how you can assign certain voice lines to, controls and stuff?
Right.
I love how, as a support player, my, have help and understood bound. And I was thinking about it, I was like, why did I bind understood? And then I realized, oh, because people spam need heal.
Let them up.
Yeah, no, I
think
did
on
what...
Ana, I think on Ana and Baptiste, I actually had sorry bound instead of understood because I knew that I would be missing so many stuff.
Ah! I'm the better Texas.
My man missed a flash and fan.
I love
saw the
not
fire
knowing how to
strike.
play this character. Just simply.
Fair. I heard the and then it was like, oh, he's
What a
gonna walk into a
nerd.
fire strike, and then you did, and then you said, I'm the better Texas, and I'm like, oh boy.
Alright, Farah, I kind of want to learn how to play her.
I will protect the innocent.
I have no idea how to play Farah. I'm sorry.
Well,
I do
doesn't
know that you
matter.
should abuse splash damage, and you should always be in the air. I don't know how to keep yourself in the air. Oh. Farah, 0% win rate.
Why does he have a mustache?
I'm sorry that
I
I
know.
keep coughing on your stream.
Oh, no, you're fine.
I like literally haven't been coughing all night, and I'm not even in the room where I normally cough. I'm just coughing now that I'm on your stream. Maybe
You're
it's
here
'cause
to
I talk
sabotage
more
me?
on stream than anywhere else? I don't know.
Probably. That seems logical.
Actually, yeah. I guess the only two times that I really talk a lot during the day are piano lessons and streaming, and I do piano lessons downstairs, so maybe it's just generally upstairs where there's dust. I don't know.
Right.
Alright, so the first two workshop codes that come up when I search for it and on the first Google result, we got aim. Oh, yeah, cancel your queue. Okay, and do you know how to do workshop stuff? Okay, so you go play and then you go to game browser.
Yeah.
Then you're going to, I don't remember what button it is, it's somewhere on the bottom, you create your own game.
Create game. Okay.
Gotta wait for the stream to catch up. And then you're gonna go to settings.
What am I doing?
No, not the workshop.
Alright, well, I'm in the settings tab.
Okay, so you see the summary thing on the right?
Right.
You're supposed to go to that. And then one of the options should be like load a workshop code or something. I
How
forgot
do
exactly how to do it.
R1
Should be one of the
okay.
buttons. Alright, you got it?
Import code. Here we go. What's the
Alright,
code?
First two results that we got, tell me which one you want. Is either aim training labs or aim strafing trainer. So which one do you want?
Aiming strafe trainer. The strafing one.
A9
A9
FBX.
FBX?
Yes.
FBX. Yeah. Then go back.
Is this my mic?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm quieter now than I was right there?
Yep.
Alright, cool. Now I know where my mic is on these earbuds. Do you like how you're just in box?
Ah! Box and there's like 4. Okay, so I can
You're gonna
hurt
shoot
them.
at one of them and it'll activate something or other.
Taking off. Burning them down.
You're welcome.
Okay, so they kind of strafe around me, then I just kind of spleen. What if I just do this? Aim training done.
I would recommend you use a single shot hero for this aim training, so that way you understand like when to and when not to shoot.
Right.
If you're also interested in a projectile character, you can use this trainer to understand how to lead your projectiles and such. Although, specifically if you're interested in Hanzo, I believe there's a workshop that actually has a little program thing running so that it shows you where to lead your shots to get a headshot while they're moving. That could be fun.
Huh.
Also, this is a very good time to toy around with your sensitivity. If you would like to, I'm relatively experienced in figuring out sensitivity based on gameplay, so I can try and help you out figuring out if your sense is too high or low or whatnot.
Alright.
Okay, let me turn the stream quality up so I can get a better frame rate. Bro, I love how YouTube does, like, when you go to settings to change the quality, you can choose, like, normal, higher picture quality, or data saver. Because I was at the food bank today, and I was watching your stream, and the default for when I'm on data is data saver, for obvious reasons. And, I was watching your stream, and it was forcing me to watch it at 360p until I manually set it to 144p because it literally did not start playing.
Oh boy.
And then just now, I have your stream set to higher picture quality. I'm connected to a pretty dang good Wi-Fi network, and it was forced me to watch at 240.
What's the aim ease in? And aim smoothing?
Okay, aim assist ease in. I believe that one. So if you have it at 100...
Oh, wait.
Okay, so
I know how this one works at least.
one of the things that aim assist does is it makes it so that when you are close enough to a target, then your sensitivity will go down. So
Right.
I believe aim ease in adjusts how suddenly the shift down in sensitivity is. So if you have it at 100, it will go from your sensitivity to the aim assist sensitivity instantly. If you have it lower than 100, I believe... Oh wait, no, sorry. 0 would be instant. And then 100 would be, like, very much taking your sensitivity and lowering it until it was there.
Okay.
Aim assist window is how far away from the actual hitboxes it will start slowing your aim. I don't remember what ease in did. Or no, ease in is what I just described. I forgot what aim smoothing is, but I believe a lot of people really like having it on. And again, just screw with stuff until you're hitting lots of shots.
Alright.
Oh, and do you want a workshop for specifically training your aim on Ana and Baptiste's healing stuff?
Maybe.
Okay, because I do actually have a workshop for it. I don't have the code saved, but I can find it. It is really, really good. It lets you practice, if I recall correctly, I'm just challenging myself to remember this. You can practice it against a Genji who's constantly double jumping, a Pharah who's constantly flying and mixes up when she uses her booster thing, a Wrecking Ball who is just always in ball mode, never grapples or anything, and is just moving constantly.
What have I done? What have I done?
Oh no. Oh no. What have you done?
It did not stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. The other things were a diva that doesn't move unless she's flying and will randomly adjust where she's aiming to adjust where she's flying. A
Right.
Doomfist who has all of his cooldowns cut down and is just spamming them. How many did I just go over? There was Genji, Pharah, Wrecking Ball, Doomfist, Diva, and then the last one is a bunch of Lucios floating in the air, moving left and right. Some of them are enemies and some of them are allies.
I see.
It's a lot less chaotic than this training mode, and I personally like it a lot more. So do you want me to get you that code? It's only for Baptiste and Ana, though, unfortunately, and most of it's focused on the support aspect rather than the, attacking aspect.
Right, I'll try that in just a moment.
Alright, let me get the code up for you then. So, pull
It's
that
high
out.
noon.
Then... no.
I became a shotgun.
Guys. Oh, frick, I clicked on an Overwatch YouTube video. Okay. Yeah, alright, I got the code now. Let me send it to you over PS chat so I don't risk forgetting it.
Yep. Well, I feel like I'm hitting more shots than normal on this sensitivity, so keep it around this, I guess.
Make sure you practice with both kind of a short range and a long range thing.
Yeah. Maybe going back to 35 might help. No. That's not gonna work.
What is the aim method that you're using? Are you using dual zone or exponential?
Exponential.
Alright.
Dual zone I don't like too much because it's like it feels like too much towards a flick. But when I like start doing like slow movement, it feels like really slow in comparison. So it's like that's kind of a little too much of a difference in my opinion.
Gotcha. No, admittedly, when you're, playing Widowmaker or Ashe and you're really in the backline, shooting the enemy's backline, really slow is what you need. But if you're going to be playing more of a midline, frontline kind of damage dealer, then yeah. Do whatever works for you, and obviously we don't need to optimize it, we just need to make it functional and fun. Also, your flashbang doesn't go as far as you think it does, oh my god.
Yeah, I really kind of noticed that.
Oh,
like, I want it to go so much farther.
Yeah, it can't go any further because that would be ridiculous if it gets done from that far away.
If I could just chuck a stun grenade across map.
Strix be like, So, just a quick note about if you continue playing Mccree, understand that your high noon has the potential to make big plays and be lethal, but it almost never will be. It's always used in general for like a, hey, don't go in this area kind of tool. So you won't very often be getting many kills with it. I like how you shot, like, 6 shots, but only hit 2 of them, and then just 4 other people died.
Lovely.
Sorry that I keep dropping on the screen, boy.
You're fine.
Yes. But it's ruining the content.
I don't care.
Oh, yeah, helpful tip. A melee does exactly 30 damage if I recall correctly. You see those squares that you have on your health?
Right. Each block is...
Melee will deal just barely over 1 square. So if somebody has 1 square of health left, then you can punch them.
I see.
Also of note is that melee goes through shields and barriers and stuff. As in, like, Reinhardt's shield, not like, Symmetra's shield health. So if a Reinhardt's dueling you, and he has 1 bar of HP left, you can punch him.
That'll do.
Executing sniper maneuver.
Wait, Mercy Pocket with Nano Boost.
Ain't no stopping.
Is that a thing I can do? No? Okay.
Affirmative. So long.
Oh,
Bye-bye, Pocket.
Overwatch, unlike Paladins, is heavily based around thresholds and such. So, for example, a big threshold is Ashe can one-shot headshot most squishy heroes, but only if she has a nano boost or a Mercy pocketing her with the damage increase beam. So
Right.
a lot of things in this game are based around you can kill this thing in this many shots exactly with these conditions. So this aim trainer has the nano boost and Mercy pocket to help you get used to those thresholds.
Right.
It's actually funny to see how the meta works around characters that do versus don't work around thresholds. Because, like, Bastion has never really been meta, but he is probably the hero who least cares about thresholds. Because, like, Mccree having 225 HP instead of 200 is a pretty big deal, and it makes him a lot tankier in a lot of situations. But Bastion does not give two craps about 25 HP.
you in my sights. I don't play fight ain't over yet.
Oh, Bastion's a robot who turned himself into a Gatling gun.
I know who Bastion is.
I figured you would, but the lack of response and lack of laughing at me being funny and exaggerating.
My brain shut off trying to practice.
You know what? That's fair. That's a
'Cause,
good
like-
time for your brain to shut off.
For my, or for playing 76, it's like his recoil is what scares me over.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
It's like, yeah, his inaccuracies are no longer there, but it's like, I still gotta learn how to beam with it.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot to learn.
Oh wait, actually go to your settings. There might be something that has an automatic recoil compensator that's hero specific. Do you know how to find the hero specific setting?
Yeah.
I know that Baptiste has a recoil compensator, and I can't ever tell if I want it or don't.
76.
Ugh, guys.
I know.
It would either be in... I would imagine it's in hero-specific settings, but I don't know. I guess just look around. If you can't find it, you can't find it.
Yeah.
Actually, go to Baptiste's controls and see if you can find it there, because I know for a fact Baptiste has a recoil compensation thing.
Baptiste. Oh. Recoil recovery. Aim. Conversation.
Okay, so you immediately found it on Baptiste, but you didn't see it on Soldier, so I'm gonna assume that means Soldier doesn't have it.
What does it do for BAP?
No dying on my one.
If I recall correctly, it just makes it so that, after the burst, you extend her easier with it on versus off. But I remember also feeling in my training, or not training, but like when I was practicing, I recall it feeling like it was very, like, subtly inconsistent with where it ended up after a burst. And so I turned it off, because then it was 100% consistent. But, then I turned it back on eventually and started aiming a lot better, and so I don't know what to think at this point. Oh, you know a funny fact?
What's up?
For a pretty long while, Baptiste just had a higher DPS than Soldier 76, and they did nothing about it.
Oh, fun.
It did eventually get nerfed, and I think Soldier 76 also eventually got buffed. I think actually relatively recently he got an extra point of damage added onto his every shot, but like, yeah, for a while it was literally just better to play Baptiste than Soldier 76 if you wanted a DPS on your team. And Baptiste had more healing potential because Baptiste was the freaking healing biotic field. And then also, Baptiste had his Immortality Field. It was just like, why would you ever pick Soldier 76 in that meta?
That is fair.
Oh yeah, also, way back in the day, I used to watch a ton of Overwatch content. This was like before Ana had even come out that I was watching Overwatch content. And there was a YouTuber, I want to say it was Bazagaza, but I'm not entirely sure. He really liked hit scan damage heroes, and he especially liked Soldier 76. And at one point, Mccree was like super duper hard meta, and Baza kept insistently playing Soldier 76, even though Soldier 76 was considered worse Mccree at the time. And then, at one point, Mccree got nerfed so his damage fall-off was worse, and Soldier 76 was buffed, and I believe they completely removed damage fall-off from him in this point. And so, Soldier was actually the meta pick. But Baza had been planning for a long time to make a video about him turning to the dark side and finally playing Mccree, and right before he released it, the update dropped. And so, after all this time of playing Soldier when he wasn't meta, he had to release a video and explain why he was suddenly playing Mccree when Mccree had just gotten nerfed into the ground, and it was honestly hilarious. I loved it. Oh, yeah, also, remember how you got bullied as a Lucio as Widowmaker? By a Lucio as Widowmaker? Yeah, that's kind of a rite of entry at this point in Overwatch, is getting bullied by a Reddit Lucio.
Reddit Lucio. I hate how that's its name.
Just to make sure that you know precisely what that is, Lucio's kit is meant to be able to help out his team. A Reddit Lucio is a Lucio who disregards that and does not that.
They play wall run.
Usually it's more like they play boop, but...
Boop.
Boop. I'll be honest, I would like Lucio a lot more if I ever felt like I was being impactful again.
That's fair. You know, I think so I'm starting... Okay, well not now, but I was like hitting more shots with Orisa. I'm like, why am I hitting more shots with Orisa? Then I realized in Apex I play one of the tallest characters in the game.
Oh, yeah, that actually does make sense.
I just somehow play the taller characters, what the frick.
I'm like 90% sure that I told you this before, and I highly doubt you don't know this. Orisa is a projectile hero, not a hit scan, so you gotta lead your shots.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. No. No.
Oh my gosh, no wonder you were missing all your shots.
Oh, as soon as you said that, my shots get somewhat better.
Yeah, I noticed that on stream. They were getting so much better out of nowhere, and I was like, oh my gosh, did he... Oh my gosh. Yeah, by the way, you know how Reinhardt can charge at you?
Right.
You know how that carries you along with him when he hits you?
Right.
Well, turns out, when he's carrying you along with him, that's considered a form of crowd control. It also just so happens that Orisa can turn herself golden,
and negate CC.
Makes her crowd control immune, so you can just make a Reinhardt bonk on you.
I love that.
Oh, by the way, do you actually know what that big ball does?
Nope.
Shoot it and then press the button again.
It's a double press? Wait. Oh.
You do it.
Okay. What does it do?
It pulls in nearby enemies towards it.
That's what this is for?
You know what?
I don't think I was ready for ranked.
Normally, I would make tons of fun of you for this, but honestly, you sound like a kid opening up a Christmas gift, so like...
I am so good.
It doesn't look like it's working on these things. Go to the training range. You can come back to here. I can give you the code again. Go to the training range and just test out all of the abilities on every hero that you want to play, and I'll make sure that you understand what they do, at least at a basic level. Just because the fact that you didn't realize Orisa has a pole and
Thought it was a
Big
big
nobody.
shot. That was about it.
Oh no, it's not a big shot. I don't know if anybody in this. Oh no, Symmetra has a big shot. I think that's about it. I don't think anybody else really has a big shot. I guess Mccree fan a hammer.
Oh, it brings people in. That's so smart. I'm gonna get so good at Orisa now.
Okay, so just a handful of little applications. You can knock people off the map with it. You can drag people upwards with it in order to get them up from behind cover or up from behind whatever.
Right.
You can use it to stop somebody from making a huge play, such as, for example, if Reaper uses Death Blossom on you and you already have that out, you can pull them away from your team. Yeah, you just generally want to use it to knock people out of position or to put people in a position that you want them in, such as off of the planet. Very, very useful ability, and generally a very good one once you understand it, but it takes a lot of use before you really get it.
Right.
The ability where Orisa turns golden, she is immune to all crowd control effects, and I believe she either takes less damage while in it, or she is immune to headshots. One of the two. Either way, it's kind of like a tanky-ish ability, but mostly you're going to be wanting to use it to avoid crowd control. For example, if a
Right.
Mccree's coming up to you, and he's dangerously close, you know he's going to flashbang, you can use it to avoid getting flashbanged.
Huh.
Reinhardt charge can get cancelled by it. Yeah. I would be absolutely astounded if you didn't know what Orisa's shield ability did.
I know what the
And
shield does. It's a big shield.
yeah, it will not go away no matter what, as long as it, doesn't get destroyed or you don't deploy another one. So keep that in mind.
Right.
And lastly, Orisa's ultimate is a bongo that you put down, and it will give a damage boost to you and nearby allies near the bongo while it's active. It also can be destroyed, so try to make sure that your enemies can't take it out super easily.
Right.
Alright, so now you know Orisa's gun is a projectile. That ability called a halt is pull things. You got your crowd control immunity ability, you got your shield, and you got your ultimate, which does damage boost.
Yeah.
Actually, now that I think about it, Orisa is not dissimilar from Barret.
Interesting.
Like, obviously, there's a lot of playstyle and toolkit differences, but, like, when it comes down to it, Orisa's really good at helping the team to hold down one specific area, and that really is just what Barret does. Now, Orisa's an off tank, not a point tank, but same kind of dealio.
I see.
I am programmed to avoid violence. However, I have made an exception.
What other heroes do you want to play so I can give you some information on their kit?
Oh, I'm gonna be such a better Orisa now. Alright, let's look. You know what? Just for the memes, Roadhog. Or Roadhog.
Alright, so Roadhog's gun has two firing modes. It's got shotgun, and then it's got shoot a chunk forward that then becomes shotgun. So, the ball of scrap that his alternate fire shoots out does very low damage, but then you see how it explodes into a shotgun blast?
Right.
Effectively, it's just a shotgun that starts a couple feet in front of Roadhog. So if somebody's
delayed
at
shot.
real close distance, then you want to use your shotgun. If they're not at super close distance, then you're going to want to use delayed shotgun.
Okay.
His two abilities are Hook, which I really hope you know what Hook does, man.
What does Hook do?
I believe that there are some neat little tricks to do with Hook, such as you use it and then turn around so that you drag them off the map. Yeah, like that, but you can also just have your back to the cliff and then turn. Anyways, so that one's pretty obvious. You generally want to use it against squishy targets or targets who suffer a lot from being out of position. It is usually best to use it against somebody who doesn't have a way to get out of it. Now,
Right.
you can also use your hook on certain, well, okay, the main ultimate that you can use your hook on is, Diva Bomb. Diva's self-destruct. You can use it
Right.
to hook the mech over to you, which is almost always going to, which almost always means it's going to hit you, but I believe Roadhog can actually tank it to the face if he's at full health. But more importantly, he can use it to get it real far away from his allies if they're not in a place where they can get to cover. Just be careful about it because you might hook it to where they can kill your teammate. Then he has his vape juice.
His vape.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's canonically like actually vape juice. But anyways, what it is it obviously heals you for a good chunk, but while you're doing it, I believe your head is in a different location, so it's weird to hit. And also, a big one is that you have damage reduction while you're healing.
Huh.
So if you're under heavy fire, you can use it to kind of make your way around a corner. Think of it almost like a less effective version of Khan's Battle Shout.
I see.
Roadhog is actually, in a sense, a lot like Khan. A big ol' fat DPS.
With a big ol' hook.
Now, Roadhog's ultimate is called Whole Hog. He basically turns his gun into an AO-12.
Yeah, full auto. Then it just boops people backwards and does mass damage.
If it hasn't been changed, it is the highest DPS source in the entire game. However, I don't know if it has been changed. Basically, you want to use it as a get everybody away from this area kind of ultimate, but if you have a bunch of enemies in a small room where you can corner them with it, you can absolutely destroy them. Also, if there's an Orisa who likes to go golden whenever they're taking damage, you can use it on her and absolutely freaking melt her.
Fair.
Winston?
Monkey.
Monkey.
I know how Monkey works. It's just like Gibraltar in Apex. You play around the dome.
Not entirely. Okay, so Monkey, he's got Tesla cannon thing. It basically whenever you're using it, it's an area of effect in front of you, and all enemies within that area of effect are taking damage. I believe if you're, for example, if you're attacking a Reinhardt, I believe it will deal damage to both himself and his shield. But I do know for a fact that it goes through shields. I don't know if it damages them. He's got Big Jump. The jump itself has a knockback on it for enemies. I believe you can actually hit them with the knockback and then immediately melee them for some burst damage. Winston is also one of the characters who makes the most use of melee, as he can chip away with his Tesla cannon and then suddenly punch them to get rid of their last chunk of health. I believe he does slightly less damage, but is more ammo efficient if you Tesla cannon and then punch, and then keep Tesla cannon and then punch. Whatever. His bubble is a very, very good way to soak up a bunch of damage so that you don't have to take it. A lot of the time I see Winston players jump in, use bubble, and then be attacking, so that way they can get their jump back to be able to get out of there. Essentially, you just want to use it to make it much harder for you to kill yourself when you already have a way out. Or when you're going to have a way out. You don't want to just mindlessly place it wherever, because it doesn't have very much health to be able to last in a sustained fight. Instead, you should be using it in an area to temporarily protect yourself until you can get away. And that doesn't mean you need to use it to retreat. You can use it to aggress, you just need to make sure that you also have time to retreat. I have no idea how to play Winston, and I know that I would be a bad Winston. Lastly, Primal Rage fully heals you, brings you up to like a 1,000 HP or something.
Monkey.
Your attacks have huge knockback and huge damage. You can actually juggle enemies if you know how to. It's a very good just, I'm going to frick up everybody in this general vicinity kind of ultimate. However, do be aware that it's one of the ultimates that's particularly vulnerable to being put to sleep and stuff.
That is fair, he does get a lot larger.
Not just that, but also also Primal Rage makes it so that he cannot put down his shield, but he can jump a lot more often.
He could jump into action.
It's not just that he gets bigger, it's also the fact that it's just him. It's not any extra things, like no extra like shooty and stuff.
No
so
Bob,
he's
no.
very vulnerable to getting put to sleep or stunned or whatever. So just understand that when you use it, you're probably gonna have a bad day.
Right.
Jump into action. Oh, also, fun fact. There is a test kind of experimental server for Overwatch, and they recently experimented with making tanks deal a lot less damage. The initial change was just a flat 50% damage reduction to all tanks, and funny enough, because this game is balanced so much around thresholds, you can't just do something like that. And more importantly, is it made it so that Winston's damage was actually higher if you just used melee instead of Tesla cannon.
Punch monkey.
I punched in the action.
My business, my rules.
Alright, Ash. I know she has a cannon thing that kind of shoots you back. Then big stick of dynamite.
Okay, so dynamite is on a timer. Once that timer goes off, it explodes, and anybody in its radius, I think they take like 90 initial damage or something, and then they take burn damage. I know for a fact that against 150 HP targets, if they get hit by dynamite, they need to get healed while burning, or else they will die. Long story short, very, very good damage. You can shoot it to make it go off early. A lot of the time, you can just throw it towards a group of enemies and then just shoot it when it's near them, and you'll just get a bunch of free damage for it. She has her ADS. It slows down her fire rate, but increases the damage per shot. It obviously also makes it easier to aim, and I believe it also gives it perfect accuracy, and I believe her hipfire does not have perfect accuracy. She obviously reloads her shots one at a time. The coach gun is the cannon thing that you mentioned. It's a shotgun that she shoots. It will deal damage to enemies, and will also knock them back, and obviously you can use it to reposition yourself. So you can use it to get an enemy away from you if you really need to, you can use it to get to high ground, you can use it to get yourself anywhere faster. It's essentially just a jump that you can control entirely. Lastly, her ultimate, Bob. I genuinely have no idea how Bob works, but wherever you're looking when you use him, he will drop down and run in that direction, and then eventually stop and start firing.
Fun. Hey, what's that weird glitch thing that I'm doing when I like kind of shoot while ADSing, or I shoot a slower rate of fire gun that it shoots 2 bullets at once?
I'm
trying
not
to see
sure
if
what
I
you're
can
talking about.
I'm trying to see if I can replicate it real quick. Yeah, like what happened just there, where it goes boom, 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 boom. Like I was having a lot when I was playing.
It very well could be a ping thing.
Here it comes.
What is my ping?
I don't know, but it shouldn't be an issue in the training range, so I do not know. Oh, yes, also, her dynamite will always go in an arc straight in front of her. So if you throw the dynamite and then just ADS, you can wait for it to be in your crosshairs and then shoot.
Nice.
Alright, Mccree. 6 rounds in his gun. You got your single fire mode, you got your fan the hammer mode. Fan the hammer will empty out the rest of your clip in, you know, quick shots. I don't think he can headshot, but I could be wrong.
Let's test.
His roll ability instantly refills his ammo as well as, you know, obviously rolling. Flashbang stuns people in an area around where it detonates. I believe it will detonate immediately on contact with something or after a very short timer. Technically speaking, if you space it just right, you can actually throw it over a Reinhardt shield to stun the Reinhardt behind it, and the Reinhardt actually has to aim upward, or aim his shield upwards to block it. And you should already know what Deadeye does, or whatever the ultimate's called. Very simple, very effective. High Noon. Oh, actually, one unique thing to know about High Noon. You know how it shows, like, the enemies' heads in dots, and then it has that circle closing in around them?
Right.
That circle closing in around them until it shows the skull indicates how much damage that shot is going to do, and when it reaches lethal, it shows the skull. However, the damage that shot will do does not stop increasing after that point. So, if there's a Reinhardt shielding, if you charge your High Noon for long enough, then your shots can absolutely freaking destroy the Reinhardt shield, and then after destroying the Reinhardt shield, can proceed to kill anybody behind it.
Nice.
So just be aware that that circle indicates the damage you're going to deal, and it does not stop when the circle's done. So yeah, basic character. The only real thing that you may have missed is the fact that his combat roll does reload his gun.
Yeah, I kind of figured that the roll reloaded. Because I would hear the reload sound, I'm like, what? I didn't reload.
Never much like you.
Oh
Alright,
yes.
I wanna
Also, with
test
your
around
flash
here.
thing, two very good combos are flash and fan, which is
Yeah, the flash and fan.
Oh there.
The other one is flash headshot, which works a lot better on squishier targets. And
Alright.
obviously, flash and headshot works at ranges that flash and fan doesn't.
Why won't the Reinhardt put up his shield?
I'm sure we can find you a training mode that'll let you do that, but don't worry about it.
It's high noon.
Oh yeah, also, Reinhardt shield used to have 2,000 HP.
Fun. Hanzo, boy.
Comes honor.
Oh, actually, you know Brigitte, who has the personal shield that she can only use for herself?
Right.
That thing used to have 750 HP.
Oh, that doesn't sound like a lot.
750 HP is the current HP of Winston's bubble shield.
Oh, that's not a lot.
Anyways, Hanzo, he can double jump.
Yeah, I like his movement.
He's got
Climb
an
up wall.
arrow that when he shoots it, it will give you wall hacks wherever you shot it.
See that which is
He's got a thing that he can do that lets him shoot arrows instantly, and I'm not sure if this is live or if this is experimental. I believe it actually lets him bounce them off of walls one time, but regardless, it's just, you know, extra damage and stuff.
They do bounce
His
off
ultimate
walls, what the
hasn't-
frick?
Hog. His ultimate is he shoots an arrow, and then out of that arrow comes some dragons. If the
Yeah,
arrow
I like
stops
that.
prematurely, it will still let the dragons out. If the arrow is deflected or absorbed, it will not shoot the dragons out. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. If the arrow is deflected, it will shoot the dragons out as if it was the enemy Hanzo's ult. So be very careful if you're shooting it at a Genji.
Oh, fun.
And lastly, Hanzo can climb up walls.
Yeah. Wall climb, double
So-
jump.
So yeah, that's everything for Hanzo as far as I know. He actually used his arrow thing where he can shoot a bunch. That used to actually be called scatter arrow, and it was just one arrow that he shot that split into like 8 arrows, all of which dealt full body shot damage for one of his arrows. So you could just deal like 800 damage to Reinhardt shield casually.
Huh.
Junkrat. He's got the steel trap, that's just a bear trap, fairly self-explanatory, can be destroyed by the enemy. He's got 2 mines that he can use, he can detonate them at will, and he can use them to get himself around, blow enemies around.
Oh, I learned how to
Or he
do
can actually set
it.
up a mine on his steel trap to be able to one-shot any squish you get caught in it. He's got a grenade launcher, I sure wonder what that does. His ultimate is a tire thing. Only
Yeah, it's a
fancy things about
Beyblade.
it are he can kill. Can he kill himself with it? I don't know if he can still kill himself with it. If you hold jump, I believe it can climb walls. It makes noise when it's on the ground. It makes very little to no noise while it's in the air. And when Junkrat dies, he lays down a bunch of grenades that explode after him. So if you kill a Junkrat at close range, be very careful about that.
That explains a couple deaths. No, I wasn't fast enough. I learned to
Junkrat is
joke
an
on
incredible dealer of trash damage. He's not going to be doing great in a lot of 1v1 engagements, but if just shooting at the enemy team, he will get a lot of free damage out of it.
Yeah, that's why I like playing him, because he's a good AoE.
I believe he used to be the highest damage output you could do other than Bastion against Reinhardt shield, and so therefore he was the best source of damage you could do against Reinhardt shield. But I believe he no longer holds that distinction. I think actually Soldier 76 does the most damage to Reinhardt shield now.
Fun!
So yeah, not too much of note about Junkrat. Oh yeah, actually there's one more thing, but it's something that I'm sure you already know of. Because his shots arc and have physics the way that they do, you can bounce them off walls or shoot them over cover.
Yeah, I like doing that. Alright, Reaper, the Rat King. He's kind of self-explanatory.
Yes. I believe that the thing that he does where he goes completely invincible also reloads his weapons. I could be wrong. He's got a very slow teleport that's just meant for repositioning or for, you know, just moving faster after coming out from spawn. His ultimate, I believe it also reloads his guns. His ultimate, the way that it actually deals damage is by laser beaming from him to enemies within a certain radius. And then I believe it also does damage where he shoots the shotgun. So basically just if anybody's within the radius, they're going to be taking damage. He can be stunned out of it, so that's unfortunate. The only thing that might be important for you to know that you may not have already picked up on is that he naturally has life rip.
He has life rip? Ooh.
Yep, that's why he's so much harder to kill even though he's got the same HP as May. It actually used to be kill to heal, where he would kill an enemy, they'd drop a soul orb, he'd slurp it up for like 75 health, but then they changed it to life rip because they realized that was a lot better. Yes, also, this will sound very obvious at the beginning, but the applications are really good. When he goes into Wraith form, which is where he becomes misty and invincible, he dodges right through everything in the game, meaning Roadhog hook goes straight through him, Brigida Bash goes right through him, Sigma Rock goes right through him. So if you're going into the enemy team to try and get a Death Blossom, the ult play, then if there's like, you know, an enemy Roadhog, you wait for the hook. Once you see the hook, you Wraith form it, and then you pop your Death Blossom, something like that.
Right.
Okay, the only two things that you may not know about Soldier 76. Number one, his ultimate does not actually increase his DPS in any way, and technically decreases it since he cannot get headshots, except for the fact that it makes his reload, I believe, twice as fast.
Yeah, it doesn't make his reload faster.
The other thing is that he can rocket jump.
Boop! I've never found a useful way to rocket jump. Or I'm just bad at rocket jumping.
There are certain things you can get up on that you can't get up on without rocket jumping. That's about it. It's got no use in combat, really. The only real use that it has is the fact that it can let your supports charge their ultimate since you deal self-damage, but, you know. He does have a biotic field, though, so if you do rocket jump yourself to an advantageous position, he doesn't need a healer to be up his tush to be able to heal himself back up to full.
Alright.
Yes. Also, as a Victor main, you may not know this, but Soldier 76's sprint does not heal him.
No, it does not. It makes me sad. Tracer, the one character I kind of want to, but don't want to learn how to play, because blinking sounds stupid to learn on my sensitivity.
Okay, so the blink only ever goes straight forward.
No, it goes...
Gotcha there, didn't I?
Yeah.
So
It's wherever you're...
the directions that she's moving. It essentially just pushes her forward in time, but only horizontally, so you can use it to jump gaps that you couldn't normally. It does not go vertically ever, I believe. She has the recall ability.
Traveler?
Yes. She has a recall ability, which sends her back X number of seconds into the past, and also puts her at the HP that she had those numbers of seconds in the past. So, if you just healed, I believe it does actually lower your health. I could be wrong about that. Her guns, I believe they're hit scan. They deal a ridiculous amount of damage, but they have, you know, insane rate of fire. Nice pulse bomb, nerd. By the way, I believe you can kill yourself with a pulse bomb, so be careful about that. So yeah, usually you want to blink around, make it hard for enemies to hit you, you know, obviously be shooting them, recall when you're in real bad danger or to avoid stuff, pulse bomb, blink away, pulse bomb, recall, whatever. Widowmaker, very obvious. Grappling hook, very obvious.
Grappling? I already know how to use grappling
very
hooks.
Obvious. Scope, very obvious. Okay, the only interesting thing about the scope is that technically, the charge percent that you see is scaling damage based on her machine gun fire. They can't actually buff or nerf the machine gun fire without affecting her sniper rifle damage.
Oh, fun.
Last thing, ultimate's just wall hacks. That's about it. The only real unique thing about this character that you wouldn't immediately understand upon looking at her kit is the fact that she has 175 health, meaning that she's a lot squishier than 200 health heroes.
By a good 25% too.
Did that hurt?
Actually, technically, it's by a good 12.5%. But, more importantly is it means that, she
doing
takes,
okay,
like,
bud.
one less Reinhardt hammer swing, she takes X many less bullets from Soldier 76, she takes one less shot from Mccree, whatever.
Right.
The important thing is, any damage is significant on Widowmaker, whereas on Mccree, some damage is insignificant.
Magnifique.
And she's French.
Yeah, that too.
Oh, I could stun and grapple for a little one? That's cool. Alright, healers. The On incident.
Stop fighting for what you believe in.
Oh, Ana? That took me way longer than it should've. Okay, scoped in, she's got hit scan that hurts enemies, heals allies. I believe it's a 3-shot on squishy heroes. Unscoped, it's a projectile, still heals enemies, heals allies, hurts enemies. Still does the same damage. No headshots on her. Sleep dart, projectile, puts enemy to sleep. Not much to explain there. If they take
Sleepy.
damage, they'll wake.
I need to learn how to aim it though, but
Yeah, everybody does. Buyout grenade. Splash grenade effect.
The only way
whenever it
she
explodes on
heals.
impact with a terrain. I don't believe it explodes on impact with enemies. It has an anti-healing effect that is 100% effective. Does not allow healing on enemies that splash damage hits. Obviously deals damage to enemies when it hits them as well. On allies, it obviously heals them when it hits them, and also, I believe it doubles the healing they receive until the effect wears off.
yep.
Ana's shots, as you're noticing, don't instantly deal damage or don't instantly heal. They actually heal over a very short amount of time. So, if you're dealing with a Reaper or a Tracer or something who's in your face, just understand that there's a good chance that even if you land all 3 shots while they're being morons, there's still a good chance you'll trade. A nano boost. You hit an ally with it, and it will power up their stats, make them harder to kill, make them easier to kill enemies, whatever. It also
Right.
heals them for 200 upon hitting them. There is a setting you can use. There are settings for Ana that you can do hero specific. One is friendly aim assist, and another is confirm nano boost target. I personally use both of them a lot.
I see.
Whack tweet.
Baptiste, crouch jump. Crouch jump. I do know the crouch jump. I'm smart.
Primary fire's 3-round burst of damage to enemies. Alt fire is a healing grenade that you shoot at allies. It does not heal himself.
This is like
one
my third
ability-
most played character. I kind of know how to do a couple things with him.
Well, you didn't know that Orisa had projectile weapons, so like,
Fair, but I understand how
two
his
abilities
heal
on
ability
Baptiste.
works at least.
2 abilities on Baptiste. Number 1 is a healing ability that you can heal yourself with. I think it's called Regenerative Burst. It also applies the effect that you get of healing over time to nearby allies. So make sure that if there's a tank around you that really needs healing, but you're healing or shooting somebody else, pop that, give them some healing. Immortality Field does exactly what it says. It is a frisbee that you throw where it lands, it raises up, and then produces an Immortality Field, preventing allies from dropping below a certain amount of HP. Insanely good ability. Insanely
You
good
could block
ability.
a lot of things with that, apparently.
Yes, you can. It also, even if it gets hit by an instance of damage, that instance of damage will be detected by it. So, it is literally a hard counter to Diva Bomb on like a 20-second timer. Ultimate, window. It's like Fortnite. You build a thing.
You
increases
build!
damage that passes through it from your
No!
allies. More important, I guess less importantly actually, if you shoot your grenades or Ana shoots her shots through it, they actually do increased healing as well.
Oh!
Come on, let's bring it together.
Alright, I think I pretty much have Lucio. No, I'll figure it
Alright,
out.
wall riding increases your speed even more when you jump off. So even in healing mode, you're going faster wall riding than running. Speed mode speeds you up. Heal mode heals you up. Amp it up amps it up. Makes the effects more pronounced. Switch. Switch is which one you're in. Boop. Boop's the enemy. Shoot. Shoots the enemy. The only complex part about Lucio's kit really is, Lucio is actually one of the heroes who really likes to melee, because I believe on certain heroes, all 4 of his shots to the chest and then a boop and a melee will kill him. Anyways, his ultimate is the only complex part of his kit, and it's only somewhat complex.
Alright, actually, how does that work?
So he jumps in the air. When he jumps in the air, he uses his full alt charge. When he hits the ground, he gets the effects of his alt. If you use it, make sure you can hit the ground. When you hit the ground, it'll give you a crap ton of temporary HP that will decrease rapidly. This temporary HP is insanely good because this game, again, is based on thresholds. If there's an enemy Genji with his sword out, you pop that thing and suddenly he can't kill anybody, refresh his dashes, and he's a sitting duck until his ultimate's gone. The more allies you have nearby, the longer the temporary HP will last. So, as a general rule, you should not use it to save yourself, you should use it when you're around your team, and it will give you them both effects. That's about everything. I believe in an experimental patch, they tested it out, maybe making Lucio's drop the beat ultimate thing able to, you let him die. They tested out making it so that if you drop on an enemy's head, you instantly deal like 600 damage. It was busted and strict because Lucio's actually, unironically, really good on the flank.
Yeah, he's a
Lucio's
big wall
main role is obviously going to be dealing with his auras. You can make it so that you can speed your team through a chokehold to make them break a chokehold just by sheer mobility and force. You've got his healing ability, which is very good for passive healing, making it so that your other healer doesn't have to pay so much attention to keeping everybody absolutely topped off.
Wait a minute, I just realized.
Healing. What's up?
Lucio is just Grover, but with the other half of Titanfall.
Yeah. Why do you think so many people love Lucio?
Because they're Titanfall players, and they're cool like that.
Anyways, Lucio's weapon can headshot. It is able to headshot, by the way. Lucio's main role is going to be just generally, helping out his team while having the capacity to disrupt the enemy team. So there are 2 playstyles for Lucio. There's the good one and there's the Reddit one. Both of them are actually pretty effective. Good one sticks with his team, is able to move around the battlefield to always get to his teammates, stay away from the enemies, make it incredibly hard to kill him. Speed boost his allies to be able to get them through chokeholds in certain positions, heal his allies whenever they need healing, amp it up to be able to counter certain things, drop the beat counter ultimates. Just generally be a blast and at the enemy to always be dealing some damage, even if it's not very much. The Reddit playstyle is you wall ride behind the enemy and you move them off the map.
I like that. Mercy's the one healer I still don't know how to play.
Mercy?
But she's like, yep.
How do you know how to play Brigida?
Huh?
So you don't know all the heroes. Got it. Okay. She's got 2 weapons. She's one of the... Is she the only one? She might be the only one with 2 weapons. I can't tell. I don't think anybody else has 2 weapons, actually, now that I think about it.
Okay, so putting in full auto is faster than tap firing it.
Okay, so, pistol, full auto. Very bad weapon. Respectable DPS. Not gonna be winning any awards. Her other weapon is a Caduceus staff. Not actually a weapon. Caduceus staff.
Okay, I
one
understand
firing
how
mode
her
heals
heal.
allies, other one ups their damage. Pretty simple. She's got 2 abilities. She's got Guardian Angel, which whooshes her to an ally. There's some tech with it if you ever want to learn it.
I might need to learn the tech. I like tech.
Oh, also, jump and hold jump, and she will do a slower fall.
Oh, that's how they do it. Okay, I learned the tech.
This combination of essentially being able to fly whenever there are allies around makes her insanely hard to hit. Her ultimate Valkyrie form allows her to completely freely fly by going up with jump and going down with crouch, or by just moving forward in whatever direction she's facing. Makes her fly significantly faster. You still have to hold down jump to be able to float, if I recall correctly. I could be wrong. Also makes it so that when she's Caduceus staffing to an ally, it will heal them more if you're doing the healing thing. Will not make their damage higher if you're damaging, but it will also chain the effects to nearby allies. Lastly, it makes her weapon have infinite ammo. So fun. Mercy is very much not going to be used for her damage. You can battle Mercy, and there are times where you're supposed to battle Mercy, but your primary job above all else is to just heal and damage boost allies. There's kind of a tier list of allies that you want to damage boost. Feel free to search it up if you want to. I don't feel like listing them all off. But Mercy is very much a pocket support. She likes pocketing people. She actually doesn't do very great healing, but her damage boost is incredibly useful. And with somebody like Ashe or Bastion or Soldier, her damage amp can get insane value in games.
I see. Alright, well, that
It's
sounds...
the primary reason to pick her, since she's actually not that great of a healer. Oh, and one more ability is Resurrection. You have to be within a certain radius of an ally to be able to resurrect them. If you leave that radius, it will cancel it. You're very vulnerable while you're doing it, but if you manage to get it off, then it will bring them back. And I believe it will restore them to their resources before dying. So if they have cooldowns that last through their death counter or whatever, then they will still have those cooldowns. This really is only important if you're specifically resurrecting Zarya. Zarya is pretty much going to be the most important resurrection target just by default because she retains her energy if resurrected, but not if she respawns. Zenyatta, Orb of Harmony, put on ally, heals ally. Very slow, but doesn't require line of sight entirely.
Kind of Corvus. Where Corvus has his mark.
I would say more like who is it? Genos, except for can't heal through walls. Very slow healing, very much an off healer. Primary fire, shoots balls. Oh, Discord Orb, hits enemy, makes them take more damage. Extremely powerful. No cooldowns on this hero. Alternate fire, charges for bead shoot.
Eat bean.
Bead shoot is insanely powerful. Very, very good. Zenyatta is definitely the de facto DPS healer who focuses on DPS rather than healing. He's essentially worth that feat. Obviously, as you can see, his both firing modes are projectiles, not hit scan. Zenyatta is generally considered one of the slowest characters in the game, having no remarkable movement speed and absolutely no movement ability, except for, technically, his ultimate makes him move significantly faster and is just a giant heal around him. It's Grover all
Grover.
Actually, it's funny, because Grover is CC immune but not damage immune while ulting. Zenyatta is damage immune but not CC immune while ulting.
Oh boy.
I personally think you'd like Zenyatta a whole lot, just because he's very simple and he can still support his allies by discording enemies and harmony orbing allies.
Yeah, because like I like playing because I played Zenyatta a couple times, and I like playing them where I could like quickly give one of my teammates an orb, give an enemy an orb, and just kind of start slaying again. I didn't know about their alt fire though.
Yes, alt fire is very, very, very good when you're being jumped. Or just as trash damage against enemies. I believe that the fully charged orbs actually deal the same damage as a regular orb, but since you can throw 5 of them out in quick succession, it's higher DPS or something burst. Zenyatta is pretty much the de facto off healer of this game. He does not do very much healing, but he can do enough healing to patch up for wherever his primary healer doesn't actually do. And his Discord Orb is incredible for supporting allies in a way that doesn't involve just direct healing. His ultimate is insanely good against a lot of other ultimates, like Graviton Surge, Zarya's ultimate, or Genji's ultimate, or frickin' Reinhardt's ultimate. Alright, is that all the heroes that you're interested in playing?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. You now have a very basic idea. You don't want any more aim training? You just want to play?
Yeah, I'm just going to be thrown into the match, man.
Alright. I love how Flex is actually secretly just a Q for support and tank.
Yeah, I just don't even bother queuing those two. Just throw on Flex. If I somehow get a DPS out of Flex, then I'll be confused. Yep, look at me, big tank. Alright. Orisa time. I need an Orisa skin.
Your safety is my primary concern.
Your safety is my primary concern.
You know, you remember how I mentioned that ADHD comment I made that got ridiculous amounts of responses and stuff?
Right.
I was not kidding when I said it got responses.
Oh
On that
boy.
stupid poll that absolutely was not of consequence to me. It is currently the third most liked post, and by about 75 or so replies, the most replied to comment on that post.
My word, that's not...
I cannot get over the freaking responses. Some of them are so freaking dumb. Let me see if I can find another one.
I let him just teleport out of there.
I found like 3 people who said, I'm not reading all that. And respect.
Up there.
Somebody said
there
no one
will.
cares. And the funny thing is, I agree. 159 people seem to disagree. Somebody said, you wrote a whole essay, geez. Can someone shorten that down and summarize it for me? And I decided to shorten it and summarize it for him because I hate everything. ZXC Piggy 10 hours ago said, stop watching anime and you will probably gain about the average person's IQ. Of note, I did not mention anime. I did not mention IQ. I did not mention being stupider than anybody. I did not mention being mentally challenged. The only reason they bring up anime is because my anime profile picture.
I need to get out of that. Dude, knowing she is not a hit skin, it just feels so much better.
I'm glad I told you.
Yeah, and the grab ball shield thing. I don't know.
Oh no. Alright, so I saw somebody who posted 5 comments on this. First one is a response to somebody saying, because you kids think you are the ones that are always right. What a bunch of immature clowns. After that, replying to another person, some science are bullcrap. The next one, another response to somebody. Yeah, exactly. People do making up stuff as excuses for not being productive. The next one, another response to somebody. Why care for mental illness crap? The next one, not a response to anybody, so I'm assuming it's a response to me. Ah yes, classic. I have mental illness, and I'm built different and better than normal people, ooh woo. Now just a quick enthusiasm check. My original post was, as somebody with ADHD, having something passively engaging my brain almost all the time is definitely a blessing. That was my original point.
Huh. I'm getting absolutely juggled right now.
You know, one of the first responses that somebody posted is my favorite response to this entire thing.
What's up?
They said, I have to disagree to some extent here. It is nice to have something to distract yourself, however that's a double-edged sword, as being too distracting can prevent you from being more productive, whether that be creatively, like creating art, or proactively, like cleaning your figure. Not to mention with apps like TikTok and YouTube Shorts, they can exacerbate the ADHD problem further. Again, I like my technology as much as anyone else these days, but I do think there is value when things are quiet. That is, by far, my favorite kind of like, I don't agree with you response. The most mature, the most like explanatory, the least like extreme, etc. And like,
Right.
I agree with them. I cannot find anything there that I disagree with. But then, okay, so there was one response that said thank you, yada yada yada. There was that response. There was a response that said exactly. There's one that said music passively engages you, watching videos does it actively and takes away productivity. Again, agreed. Actually, I'm gonna like that comment real fast. Oops. Then one person said, I have it too, but to be honest, I'm 99% sure it developed from having my phone and constantly having something to do. I agree. I don't think that's true of everybody, but I think that some people who have ADHD nowadays, especially the younger people, have developed it because of how fast the internet is. And then the response that
Oh, did we win?
blew
Nice.
everything up. So the first response that I got was, thank you. When older people talk about us always playing on phones or computers, I have to laugh, because those were the same people that just called us bad kids, and nobody knew anything about ADHD. This person...
Here's the clip of me getting chuckled.
responded to that, saying, ADHD is BS and just an excuse for your laziness. You want to be on your computer or phone all the time because you used it since you're a little kid.
Ah.
And from there, everything blew up.
Let me endorse my Lucio. Thank you for being a good healer.
So
Or a
I was
healer.
completely ignoring that entire match. But wait, did you just play an entire match with Orisa with 2 deaths?
Yeah.
Nice.
5-minute match, they didn't get far. My team was kind of popping off, and so was I. I got the pog.
Pretty good.
Yes, sir.
How long do you think you're going to be streaming this, by the way?
Until I'm tired. Or until I decide, hey, I probably need to get some sleep. But I'm not going
Well,
anywhere tomorrow.
currently-
No.
It's currently my bedtime. Wait,
You're
are you on
not up.
spring break?
Yes, sir. 2 weeks.
That explains why you're streaming midday. I was wondering.
Midday on a Monday.
Also, there's a decent chance I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. More
Alright.
importantly is that next week I'm probably going to be streaming a lot more since I'm going to be completely home alone, and being completely home alone, like, yeah, like, I still need to be, like, responsible and stuff, but, like, it's going to be spring break for my old school district next week, and so that means I'm not going to be going to the school on those days. And I've already had one person cancel piano lessons because they're going to be out of town, so it sounds like I'm going to have a lot of free time. So I'm mostly going to be using that free time to, work out, practice piano, but the thing is, there's not going to be very much to clean. So there's a decent chance that I might even be streaming like every night next week and the week after that. So who knows? We'll see.
Huh.
Oh yeah.
Hey, like,
and,
if you're gonna be home alone and you ever want to invite me over, man, I'm free.
Oh heck yeah! I'm definitely gonna do that at some point.
Duo stream.
I might actually get. I might actually have you come over. I might actually just straight up have you and like your family come over, and then maybe like, actually no, Lucas wouldn't fit into well. I might just have, you know, a couple people over, and then we just play Smash together on stream, like in person.
Right.
Oh, right. Earlier today, I mentioned about an idea for making the stream better for YouTube content with Smash.
Right.
So, my default layout, I got that game in the top left of my screen. I got the chat box that doesn't work in the top right. I got alerts wherever I got alerts. I got myself in the bottom right, and then I got various texts like below the gameplay screen, yeah?
Right.
So, I'm thinking, that's a really good, that's a really good default layout. But that's not a great layout for content, because all the content is localized to not the entire screen, and that's difficult. It's like,
Right.
it's less than optimal to edit, and it also decreases the quality arbitrarily with no real reason to decrease it. So, I'm thinking, I could just have another scene that is just chat in one area and then gameplay on the entire screen, and then nothing else. Are you
Right.
thinking that's a good idea?
Yeah, with like kind of how I see most YouTubers do it, or like other people do it.
Yeah.
They have it. My barrier could do that. That's cool. Anyway,
Do what?
I put the
Oh,
barrier
on
on the
cart? Yeah.
point. Yeah. It's
That
kinda
was probably one of
wacky
the
to
worst
look at.
positions I've ever seen for it, but yeah, I can do
That was a mistake, but
I
hey.
figured.
But yeah, how like most people do it, I like see like a small overlay of like their character or whatever, then like the game and like a overlay of the chat, and that's like all over the gameplay.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I getcha. That's actually what I was going for. It's like the 8-box or the VOD people, like, you know, tournament matches and stuff. That's the deal that I was going for, because, you know, I figured that's the content. Why have anything that isn't content there, right?
right.
Most people have their face cams or VTuber or whatever's. I only have the PNG, and the PNG doesn't actually express any form of emotion. So I'm thinking I just don't have that there. That's very much something that's just there for my audience to engage with.
Yeah.
So
Then you should
it
have
doesn't
like,
make sense to have it there when, you know, my audience isn't live. So
right. So
The
I
real
think you
problem
should have
go for it.
Kurt, stop pushing me. Have like 2 different screens you swap between, like the gameplay screen, then like I guess like a face cam quote unquote screen, where it would like show your little character and have like the chat have its own like bar area.
Yeah, just so you know, the streaming software that I use, and
So
as far as I know, all streaming software nowadays has what are called steams. That was a bad alt, by the way. You need to use that
Yeah.
with your feed. It has these things called steams. Steams are the things that you see streamers switch between when they're switching between like gameplay or them with their face cam or just them, or like the just chatting, or for me it's like the cool cat. All those things are scenes, so that's definitely what I'm thinking. I'm having one where it's like, there's the screen up there for like information, and there's other information on the screen, and then there's me, and then there's the chat. Hopefully I can get it working. And then I can swap to the just gameplay scene where it's gameplay and chat. And alert, but, yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing.
Alright.
Wow, that diva has no situational awareness. Make sure to thank your healers when you're not being shot at.
It's high time.
Oh, what did I die to? Oh, an orb. That's what I died to. Oh no, I was being... Okay. I was like getting the soul sucked out of me.
Oh yeah, by the way,
What's up?
so that orb that actually got the finishing touch on you, Moira is a character who, they got 2 firing modes. They got suck the enemy's life, and they got blow life onto your enemies. And then they've also got an orb. How'd you put your shield down? Anyways, they've also got an
Corner
orb that they
picking.
can shoot out. They can shoot out a heal juice orb, or they can shoot out a damage orb. The community has started lovingly referring to that damage orb that has stolen so many player games as the skill orb.
Guys, can we get rid of that junk? 76, come on, man. You guys just
I
let
like how
that
there's
junk
a freaking giant red triangle exclamation mark hazard warning on the right of your screen, and there was nothing you were doing about it.
I didn't
nobody
see a
died
giant
from
red exclamation point.
It was on stream when you said, "Can somebody do something about that junk?"
Giant red
But,
on which side? Like in game or?
On your right side, yeah, in game. It's the warning for the diva bomb, and you
Oh.
didn't do anything about it, and nobody got hit by it, so you didn't need to do anything about it. But it was just hilarious because there was a big old exclamation mark on the side of the screen, like "Look out on your right," and you did nothing.
Well, why would I need to do anything? It's a diva.
It's the diva's neck exploding. That's the only good thing that they do.
That's fair.
Have you actually played Diva?
A couple times. I'm like not at a point where I'm comfortable with her, but like I understand how she works.
Yeah, apparently there's actually a stereotype behind tanks because a lot of people have to queue tanks to be able to get really good queue times nowadays, and very few
Right.
people actually play tanks because it's miserable because tanks keep getting nerfed. But anyways, apparently the stereotype is that tank players play, you know, they play whatever tank. DPS players play Orisa and Roadhog, and then support players play Diva. I don't understand it, but it is 100% accurate. Diva's my favorite tank.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. You know,
I
I
think
thought
it's
I had
mostly
that.
just because Diva can completely mindlessly spam her shots because she's got infinite ammo. Oh yeah, by the way, that Moira orb, or ult, people call it her piss, but that aside, it goes straight through everything except for actual collision on the map, so shields don't stop it, and you body blocking doesn't stop it.
L.
Oh. I'm honestly a little surprised that you picked Overwatch over Paladins or Hollow Knight speedrun.
At this point, I'm just like, let me level up, please.
Hello.
I thought it was level 20 that you unlocked,
25. Hello. Someone put in chat. Alice Robo.
What's up, Atlas Robo?
It seems we
I need to reopen my YouTube because I closed it because I wasn't. No one was in my stream this entire time.
Nah, bro, it's I got it open.
How are
I'm
you
pretty good,
doing?
Atlas. I'm not sure about Cobster here, but I'm sure you can test through it.
I'm alright. I'm just kind of vibing, you know, doing my thing.
In case you joined Overwatch stream, Cobster here is at a very low skill level, and he's
Never
not trying
played
too
this
hard.
game.
And I'm not particularly great at it either. I just remember some stuff from my time when I played it. So if you're looking for good quality skilled content, it is not here. If you're looking for funny content, might not also be here. If you're looking for
What do you mean? I'm
you'll
the
definitely
funny
find that
guy. I'm the big
Ah,
funny
that's
man.
Well, you're not going
It
to be
is
making a bunch
fine.
of jokes about the meta and stupid Reinhardt plays because you'll be sitting here as Orisa holding M1 down choke. Or I
Yup.
would say M1, but you can't because it's R2.
I want to play this game on keyboard so bad. It just makes it so much more comfortable for me.
And
Healer game? What? What? I want to see what my other healer does. They're level 12, so I'm not sure. I say they're level 12s as if I'm level 22.
I love how it's like your two supports are level like 12 and 21, and then everybody else has at least 5 stars on their border, meaning they've leveled up to 100 at least 5 times.
Wait, this is a prestige system?
Yeah. You get
bug.
stars every time you level up to level 100,
If
I
only
believe. And
Titanfall
then if
2
you get
still
5
worked.
stars and then max out your level again, you get to a silver border. 5 stars there, you get to a gold border. 5 stars there, you get some rainbow platinum border or something. If
Right.
only Titanfall 2 still worked.
I was just about to say, I was playing Titanfall 2 earlier today. Titanfall 2 on the PS4 and Xbox have been working perfectly fine. Or not perfectly fine, but like pretty okay.
They function.
As long as, yeah, you get games. That's about it.
Titanfall 2 a really old game?
It's from 2016. Basically, there's... Do you know the Titanfall 2 lore of why is it not working?
Is it a lore reason, or is it that they can't upkeep servers because they're lazy?
There's lore behind this.
Oh.
So basically, there's this... Yeah, so it's being DDoSed. That's why servers are being
Oh, so
shot.
there's
Yeah, I do
lore.
know why.
Yeah. But
I thought it was in-game
servers...
lore, and I was like, wow, they're really going for immersion here.
No. Because there's people DDoSing the game. Or they have been for the past 2 years, and it got really bad at the end of 2021 where it was physically unplayable.
Why though?
Why?
It sucks.
Let me tell you why. There's another Titanfall service for like Korea, I believe, called Titanfall Online. It was a free-to-play Titanfall, right? And the DDoSers DDoS Titanfall 2 so they could get the code for Titanfall Online and start playing that game. Or like start fixing that game so it's like playable. Yeah. Then the Titanfall 2 community made a whole new thing called North Star client, which is just basically a hack client that's yeah, basically like a hacked server client that people made. So it allows people to on PC to play it without getting DDoS and have like custom games and stuff. Then I assume that people are like, well, we can't stop that. Because they've tried. They can't stop North Star. So they just completely stopped DDoSing in general. And now PS4 and Xbox servers are good. Did I get a double kill? Please tell me I killed someone to the void.
You weren't even close to the edge of the map there, my guy. Oh, sorry. Right, stream lagging behind. So, have they started DDoSing it again or something?
The DDoSing is still happening, but it's like not as bad where it's like servers are still being completely shot.
Okay.
But you're able to still play.
Give me a second. North Star's PC exclusive?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Audio medic. But Titanfall 2 is the only reason I
If only I
played
could
Lucio.
play Bioshock 2 multiplayer still worked on PS4 somehow there is still PS3 servers.
Multiplayer doesn't PS4 but does work on PS3.
No, let me tell you a story about that. Uncharted 3 has a multiplayer, and it gets PS3 servers, but the PS4 reboot, or the PS4 port, doesn't have multiplayer.
Didn't they do that with Assassin's Creed 3 as well?
They did that with a lot of Assassin's Creed games. I think the only working multiplayer is Unity, and Unity was made for multiplayer.
I mean, you can only just go online and play Roblox Assassin's Creed, but...
Or I could just go play Free Fire, because apparently that's getting an Assassin's Creed skin.
Same for Bioshock 2 for some reason.
I think this factoid is almost as funny as the fact that Black Ops 2 still has an incredibly high player count on the PS3.
Yeah, for some reason, like PS3 has a higher player count than Xbox 360 for Black Ops 2. Oh, I need a... Never mind, I was gonna say. I need a touch, but we're not doing that.
Okay, right. Stream lag.
Yeah. I don't stream on
okay,
Twitch.
to be fair, with Black Ops 2 still having servers and still having a pretty active player base, there are some pretty solid arguments to be made that 2 is the best game in the series, so...
Black Ops 2? Yeah. I think Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 2 are like the pinnacle of COD games.
I think like the ones that are in the running are Black Ops 2, and MW2. Because MW2's got like some wild stuff, like the death streaks, and you got like the crazy loadouts and stuff. The real thing that really determines which one you like is whether you like quirkiness in Modern Warfare 2, the
I'm dead.
really solid guns in Black Ops 1, or the variety in Black Ops 2. Because like, with Black Ops 1, there were some really
I haven't
powerful
really
loadouts and
played
stuff,
any
and,
Black
like,
Ops
there
in
were,
COD.
like, 2 ARs that just dominate. There was one shotgun that dominated the rest. Basically, like, you can play any class of weapon, but like, there's gonna be one that's like real good.
Significantly better than the rest.
And then in Modern Warfare 2, there's still a pretty strict meta, but like, you got
There's
some
so many
wild
like
cool
okay,
stuff.
Modern Warfare games in general just simply have like a better mechanic of how they balance guns. Cause like it feels like in Modern Warfare games you could choose any gun and still have like a good fighting chance. Or in Black Ops it's like, okay, well,
in Modern Warfare games, it feels like all the guns are really good, but then there are ones that are just the better ones. And then there's also the freaking, which one was it in MW2, the shotgun that people just ran as this primary.
oh the dual. It's either
It was it was the one that I think you had. I think it was the one that you just have unlocked like real early in your account level, but whatever. So Modern Warfare 2 has some wild stuff, and it has probably the most like powerful perks and powerful like anything. So if you really like that, then Modern Warfare 2 would be the best. And then Black Ops 2, it definitely has like the most variety, mostly because every weapon is viable for actually winning a game. And also, you can
that was a
like
bad play.
okay, nothing will ever come close to the card system, point system, whatever from Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
What was it? Point buy system, I think is what they called it.
Yeah, where they had like you're only allowed 10 items in a per or 10 items on a thing. And Modern Warfare is like you get your primary, your secondary, your all your abilities.
I don't have they
Then your
done
wild
that,
cards,
the
I
point buy
think.
system with literally any other COD game since?
They haven't done it with any recent ones, I'll tell you that.
That's really weird because like it's really cool. Like just not taking a secondary or attachment in order to get more perks.
Bad alt, my bad.
Like it's just I really like it. And admittedly, secondary weapon main here, so like, yeah. But it's such a good system. Why haven't they used it again? There's literally
Because people are too much babies who are like, oh, I need my full thing. Why can't I only have 10 items in an inventory?
You can have your full loadout though. The standard loadout from any COD game is 10 items, unless you are one of those people who really want like 4 grenades.
But the thing is,
I was really about to ask if I could join, then realized I deleted the game to give myself more storage for other games.
nice. How modern COD games work is like you have 5 attachment slots instead of just like having your sight and like 2 attachment slots. Then you'll have to use like primary gunfighter and stuff to level up.
I didn't understand any of that, but alright. Also, Atlas, yeah. Overwatch, yeah. That was probably a good move in the long run, if we're being honest with ourselves.
Yeah. I don't want to stay as a team. Whoa. I'm at least gonna level up to level 23, then I'm gonna go play Hollow Knight and try beating the game in one stream. I don't know. Maybe not.
You know, I talked to you about it before, but I still love the concept of Black Ops 2, the Halo loadout, where you just soup up your loadout and just give yourself a secondary, and then just
Yeah, I kind of
wherever
just...
you go.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a game to do that again, so I'm like, alright, well, time to Halo loadout.
I 108% Hollow Knight.
Like,
Ooh,
it's
108
just
Hollow
really
Knight.
fun because it's such a different way to play the game, and because anybody who souped up their weapons in lieu of getting perks and stuff just get destroyed by the strat.
Right. People go for like full attachments to make the gun
It's a fun game.
recoilless. I agree, Hollow Knight is a very fun
108%
game.
Hollow Knight? What's the...
I think...
Do you know what full completion of Hollow Knight is?
Full completion is 114%. On my Switch main file, I'm at 110%, and on my PS4 main file, I'm at like 100-something%.
Well, hopefully I can get that high.
Oh yeah, you got Hollow Knight. Let's go.
Brave.
I'm going to explain the entire lore to you in detail. And you're not gonna
Make sure that
be
if
able to
you do that,
escape
you
it.
do it on my stream while I'm playing Hollow Knight.
Yeah. I'll do it on your stream.
And then you can grovel in despair when I am the better player.
You really think you're gonna be a better Hollow Knight player than I?
I mean, I'll keep it 100 with you. There was a streamer who was awful at Smash, played Hollow Knight, and then came back to Smash and was like, wait, this makes sense now. And I think that's pretty funny. So given that I'm that much better at Smash,
I 200% Cuphead twice for some reason.
Oh my God. Also, can you hear that vacuum in the background?
It pretty
Do I need to
fun.
mute?
No vacuum.
Alright, cool.
200% Cuphead. I haven't played Cuphead. No, that's a lie. I played it once. I failed the first level.
If I recall correctly, once you beat the game, you unlock a harder difficulty, and or I think it's when you get close to the end of the game, you
Right.
unlock a harder difficulty, and then you have to beat bosses meeting certain requirements in order to get the best rank on them. Then you also have to do that with running gun, and you also have to get the fastest rank on running gun, and then you also have to get all the collectibles in running gun, and then you gotta buy all the items, you gotta get all the coins, you gotta get... There's a lot of stuff.
I outplayed that diva. That diva was done dirty. As soon as she came out of her mech, I shot my thing, and it zorbed her back in to my field, so I kind of just
I
schmirked her.
didn't get to see the play, even though I was watching streams.
There was a lot of chaos happening.
Wait, unless I'm that far behind.
We're on the London map.
Well, no, I see
The
that we're on
Arcal
that map,
robot
but,
annoying because the bottom of the stage get cut off.
okay, yeah, you are still doing the
Bye,
Diva, I
props.
imagine it is not where you're up to.
Timmy, I did my. Oh wait, that's a Hoggy boy.
Oh,
Drop
Dr.
it.
Cal's robot? Yeah. Honestly, out of all the Cuphead bosses that I could fight... Oh yeah, by the way, is my audio quality suddenly a lot better?
Yeah, what's up with that?
I'm under my blanket now.
Under the blankie.
Under the key. Yeah, Dr. Cal's robot. Honestly, of all the Cuphead bosses that I've seen, that's the one that I would feel the most comfortable fighting, since it's just standard bullet hell, just stuff. And that's what I'm really used to. I'm not super used to the, kind of grounded sections of it.
Right. You know what's dumb about me? For Hollow Knight,
It is simple. But
oh no, we
Oh,
lost the
Diva, oh my
objective.
god.
We lost the objective.
Darren!
But anyway, yeah, something stupid about me. There's like the first boss of the game that you fight. Then there's like a dream version, which is just an alternate version that's harder that you could fight.
Mhm.
And I couldn't beat
the
that
bottom of the
boss.
stage get covered and you need to
But-
move down there.
Yeah, but at the end, there's like a more end game
I
boss.
see.
I was able to just like completely chill against that guy. I can't do easy bosses, I could only do hard
That's a
bosses. Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah, I feel that. Also,
Bye-bye,
I'd like to
Hog.
mention, you were talking about Hollow Knight, so I couldn't bring it up because I needed to let you finish. But you 1v4'd the enemy team while you were at 38 HP, got a double kill, and then had 2 people engage you, and then you still survived until you got ulted.
Yeah,
What
you
the
know
fuck?
me. I'm
And
just...
by got ulted, I mean you got ulted by your mercy, so you survived. What the heck?
You know me, I'm just one fine man. I'm a...
Back at it again with the 27 assists.
Not my 27 assists! No!
What
Why
was
must
it that
my-
you said when we got back into Paladins and you had like 27 assists? What was it like, you know how I do or something like that?
You know how I am. The assists. Okay, I was schmirked in the Burk. I don't even know what a Burk is. But they're getting smarter. They're learning to target me.
I feel like Overwatch does not have enough content.
Overwatch
Overwatch
doesn't
not
have
having
enough
enough content. I mean, yeah, I get that. As a competitive game, it was really, really good, but now that it's kind of reached end of life, end of dev support and stuff, it's really gonna struggle, and also because, you know, Blizzard, but, there's just, with the fact that Overwatch 2 is eventually gonna come out, even if it's an Xbox exclusive, they're not gonna be adding a ton of extra
Oh, if it's Xbox
to Overwatch
exclusive,
1.
I'm gonna be pissed.
It might be Xbox
I'm hating
exclusive
people
because
for that.
Microsoft be Microsoft.
Yeah, Microsoft's being Microsoft. And I'm not talking about the company.
Oh, I get it. I get the fun.
I done the diva again. I love just outplaying divas.
Oh yeah, you notice how you got hacked right there?
Yeah.
That's Sombra.
Yeah, I know
Nobody
Sombra.
likes her.
I don't like her at all.
Yeah, you want
They
to
should-
something funny?
Is that 76 really crouch strafing on me? Bro, we get it, you play
Like
COD,
a Louis.
but like...
So like, apparently in Overwatch 2, Sombra's going to have a hack that she can do, like, through walls and across the map, and it'll last a whole lot less long, but it's just... Why does this exist?
Why can I get cross-map hacked?
I remember seeing, like, a clip of a Reinhardt walking out of spawn on a hardpoint map, so both teams were coming out at the same time, and he instantly got hacked.
Oh, I'm out of that.
The thing
Well,
is,
I got out of that.
Sombra on paper is a really freaking cool and very unique character, but she's so annoying to play
Oh no.
against.
I'm hacked. There we go.
Oh yeah, if you ever feel like hacks last too long, just remember that Sombras do have the option to hack you, wait until that's about to wear off, EMP you to hack you again, wait till that's about to wear off, hack you again, and then by then you're probably dead.
Yeah.
Star Wars Battlefront 2, what are your thoughts on that?
Unpopular
Do you think it's a
opinion,
good
but
game?
I think
Ruined
Star
by
Wars
EA
Battlefront
being
2 is a good game.
Okay, so I bought Battlefront 2 not too long ago. I love that game. I just haven't been able to play it because nobody plays it.
That is a fair
And I have a thing where I only queue for Clone Wars era. So that may limit my numbers even more.
Lots of people play
Fair enough.
it.
I haven't seen a lot of people playing it recently. Last time I tried, and nobody. I got like 0 servers.
Or
and I
at
was-
least.
Also, doesn't it share the exact same name with the old series that they used to make? Also called
Yep.
Star Wars Battlefront?
Yep.
Those
The
games
4-0,
were
the
the
4-0.
crap when I was younger.
I remember Battlefront 2 on like the Xbox.
I remember it
going
on
over my
PS2.
cousin.
Last
Oh, yeah, it was
time I
PS2,
played
my
like
bad.
few days ago.
Then I'll probably have to try getting back into it, because... Oh, look at
now
me,
that I think about
Pog. I got the Pog.
Now that I think about, oh yeah,
It's
I
this
remember when I
play.
thought
It's
Pog
this
was
play.
playable.
It's this play.
Is it the one where you're at 38 HP?
38 HP, getting a 1v5.
Let's go! 38 HP in a dream! Watch
I
the
did the most
soldier, watch the
damage.
soldier, free! That was great.
That's
That
that's
was
why I
really
love
good,
face tanking. I could just walk up on the front lines and say, "Hey guys, I'm gonna hold down shoot," and there's nothing you're gonna do about it. Enjoy
Alright,
your sleep.
So, back to Battlefront. I
Love that
believe that actually quite
Payday 2 or
recently,
kinda trash.
A YouTuber going by the Russian Badger made
I
a
think.
YouTube video or two.
I'm gonna look at the comment to speech. It's kind of high right now. There we go.
Okay, I love you, Mom.
Well, my sister just walked in here and dropped 2 bags of
this
McDonald's
kinda.
on my lip.
You want some panties?
Oh,
I'm good.
Are you sure? They're white.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Why do you say that about Payday 2, Atlas Robo?
I have never played Payday 2.
I've heard that it's a really, really fun horde shooter, but then you can also just make it not a horde shooter by making it stealth build or something. I'm not sure.
I like stealth games.
All I know is that the Russian Badger went on
Pocket
Twitter
the
asking
Mercy.
for a comically
It
large
just
spoon
not been
melee
fun.
weapon, and he got one.
To me.
I want to be famous enough where I could go talk to devs of a game and say, give me a funny melee, please, and they do it. I strive for that. That's all I want in life.
Well, I know exactly what you're going to
However, I
ask
do
for when
like
you
the
get that
Russian
kind of
Badger.
fame. You're going to ask for people to have tree skins and squid head, or not squid heads, lobster heads.
What's up, Mom?
I said you're coming to hang out tomorrow.
I know. That's what I
It's
planned.
funny.
So Atlas Robo, just, you know, I don't need to change your opinion on anything, but do be aware of the fact that you can understand if something is or isn't trash, regardless of whether or not you like it. For example, I understand that I really like Paladins, but it's also a giant heap of steaming, flaming trash.
Yeah.
As much as
So,
I
like,
love that game. Holy frick,
You're,
it's a...
you're totally allowed to not
horrid.
enjoy or not find something fun, but still
Hey, Mercy,
see
pocket?
it for like
Pockets
its
up?
positive sides and see that it's not trash and stuff. It's all good. It's just
My bad, I should
nowadays a
have
lot of
elaborated
those
it.
things are used. A lot of objective terms are used, or I guess objective descriptors, like saying that something is poorly designed, are used when you have strong opinions about it. So again,
I have a
everything
very
within
strong
one
opinion on
number.
cheese.
Good?
Cheese. That's my opinion.
Ah, cheers. Wise words from a wise.
If you want a recommendation, try the recommended special. The Wise Shopkeep in Final Fantasy VII. I couldn't jump that corner, that made me sad. Speaking of Final Fantasy VII, I just opened that game again.
If you're doing
just
nuggets,
letting you know
then you
there,
get
Tree
one
Man, that
nugget,
jump
one
that you didn't
McDouble, one McChicken.
Cheese is mid, I feel like.
Just so you
Alright,
know,
so-
Tree Man, that jump that
What's
you
up?
tried to make and didn't, literally every character can make that jump from that direction.
One McDouble.
You know, Atlas, Robo, I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
agree with you. I personally don't think cheese is anywhere above mid, but I don't think that anybody who says that it is better than mid, I don't think that any of them are wrong. I just feel like I don't think they really care for the taste of cheese.
I should
think,
probably
though, that cheese
swap
is
to
very,
Lucio.
very good to put on other things. Like, cheese on eggs, very, very good. It enhances the eggs. Cheese in a sandwich, very, very good. But, like, I'm not gonna go and eat a slice of Swiss cheese. And while I do love Baby Bell, I think that's more because it's Baby Bell than the cheese.
Fair. I feel bad I let my teammate die and I was in his way.
Damage boost engaged.
I'm still not used to being able to shoot my teammates and them healing from it.
Oh, yeah, also, at some point, Ana got a change where her shots will pass through teammates if they're at full health, but not if they're not at full health. So just be aware of that.
Go. I'll keep you here.
Everyone, full HP right now. I need to shoot through you guys. You will be my tank. See, I feel like cheese by itself is really good, but you gotta it depends on what kind of cheese it is.
This is true. Like,
Because for me, I really like the
cream
Munster cheese.
or mozzarella is real good just on its own. But like, I'm not gonna be taking a chomper out of like feta
A block of cheese?
or, like,
No.
Swiss cheese.
I have your back.
Like, I eat a slice of cheese, like the kind you put on like sandwich meat, or like sandwiches.
I think the Battle Royales are boring.
I don't think that'll. Atlas Robo. I don't. For me, I'm not of the opinion that they're boring, but I am of the opinion that I really do not like the gameplay loop, and I just really prefer to have some form of team, or to be fighting against non-human opponents.
I'm under attack.
Sometimes both. One of my favorite games ever is Left 4 Dead. Well, two, but
Same here.
For me, okay, if you look at my channel, I'm very much Mr. Battle Royale. But granted, I didn't have a console much. I didn't get my PS4 till like a couple years ago, and like the only game I used to play on my PC was Fortnite, because that's the only game I could play. But I like battle royals. I like a couple of them. I think there's some that are torrid, like Warzone. But I don't like Warzone for different reasons.
Fair enough. Really, for me, the problem isn't like
J.
any particular battle royale. It's just like I don't have
Well, I
anything
used
that I
to play
really
Apex
like
non-stop
in battle
and now I
royale.
hate it.
The only battle royale I think I could probably get into really is Apex, or, and this is a very strong maybe, if Fortnite made it so that there was always at least some form of healing weapon.
I mean, there was at one
I don't-
point for Fortnite. There was like the bandage gun.
Yeah, and I remember there was some healing pistol or something, but and then I do remember Wizzly popping off with a bandage bazooka or whatever, but
Same
like,
with
Hog.
Fortnite,
it's
and I
just,
can't
I
get
really
into
like having
Warzone.
the choice between certain things and being able to use and learn and experiment and maximize the kit that I choose. With a lot of battle royales, it's a lot more about getting started. And like, for example, Fortnite is the worst example of this, is where you just kind of never get to pick. You always just get random stuff and have to deal with it, and I do see the appeal behind it. It's just, I don't like that. And then with like something like Warzone, you can like have a loadout, but you gotta be able to get it. And then with Apex, it's somewhat fixed since you know you got the different people to select from, you got some universal tools like sliding, you got, you know, like there's a lot
I
of
think
stuff that
Apex
you
is a
can't do
really
without
good
it.
game, but I think that mainly because of its movement mechanics.
That's true. I do
'Cause-
think that Apex is really popular just because you get to move.
Oh yeah, it is like one of the top battle royales just because of its like the separation of a good
I
player
don't
and a
like
bad player
Apex
is.
because I feel like it killed Titanfall.
Actually, on the topic of separation of good and bad players, Melee, but also, so like,
Melee.
my primary background in video games before I started, like, doing it more for, like, or I guess I haven't done it for more content, but, like, until I started learning games specifically to, have more fun with people that I know, it was basically just Smash Bros. And then whatever random crap game that we got, like, there's Power Rangers Super Legends, there's Lego Indiana Jones,
There's Cars
there's,
3 Driven to Win.
Club Penguin, Elite Penguin Force. You got like random crap games, but the main game that I played and played with other people was Wii Sports, and then second to that was Smash Bros. But in Smash Bros. And most fighting games, it's like you pick a character and you have their moveset and their
The movement
toolkit,
of
and you
Apex
just
is boring to
experiment
me
with that
as
and
I like
maximize it and
faster
learn it
past
and get
shooters.
real good with it. And like that sort of thing is how you get better at the game. And yeah, with items you can say randomizer, but like I don't like items. So like
Right.
that's kind of what I look for in a game. I look for being able to
But that
choose my
doesn't mean
toolkit
I don't
and
like
be able
slower
to use it
games.
to its absolute maximum potential and be able to keep learning and improving with it. In Fortnite, really, it's just a battle of who gets good RNG, gets the jump on people rather than getting jumped on, who can build the fastest and most desperately, who balances their time right. It's not like improving a whole lot in any particular area, it's just building up fundamental skills and building skills and stuff, and I don't like it. I do really like the idea of squads, though, because then I get to pick what I pick up, and then what I give to other people and such, and then I can kind of make my loadout around that, but really, why would I do that when I can just play Paladins or Overwatch?
Right.
And, like, that's kind of what I really like about games.
The
being
issue
able to
is
pick
there is not
something
enough
and
content.
work with it and understand it. Like, okay, you know I like
At all.
lecturing, so I'm going to stop here, but that's really what I like in games.
Right. And the thing is,
For how much time they have.
I feel like
I
Apex didn't kill Titanfall. I feel like
feel like
Apex-
Titanfall killed Titanfall, but
Titanfall itself killed Titanfall. Titanfall came out in... What was that?
Titanfall Online killed Titanfall, let's be honest.
To work on it.
Okay.
Get me ice. I have a new jug right outside.
I do want to say
What color is it?
that one thing that most
Okay.
people can agree on in general is that Halo is the one series that everybody thinks is either mid or better.
Right. Alright, I'll be right back. I need to get some drinks.
Alrighty.
Alright.
So, Atlas Robo, the movement in Apex is boring to me as I like faster-paced shooters. That doesn't mean I don't like slower games. The issue is that there's not enough content at all for how much time they have to work on it. I'm not familiar with the development cycle or anything about Apex, but
5e
I
never
feel like
played
a lot of the
Halo.
reason that there's a lack of content is because they're trying real hard to make sure that it's at least somewhat balanced for like the general gameplay loop. Because I'm sure that they could probably pump out a bunch more stuff, but there's no way they'd be able to quality assure it or anything like that. And of course, never played Apex, not familiar with the development cycle, but I feel like with a lot of games, a lot of people get frustrated by the lack of content because they don't consider how much effort it takes to balance even like a new gun in a game. And oh yeah,
They
one
focus
thing
on
about skins
skins.
though is that it's mostly on the artists and then the modelers. So it's a lot more creative freedom than creating a new gun or creating a new character
They
with
only
a new
make thing at
toolkit and
the end.
stuff. And so that's something that they can do a whole lot more of, and
With
also they
one
can
gun.
monetize it a lot more. Now, if you want to see what putting out too much content can do to a game, go look at Paladins. It's, in case you aren't aware of it, it's a team-based shooter a lot like Overwatch in a lot of ways, but one of the big differences between Paladins and Overwatch is that Paladins is a buggy mess that doesn't look particularly well and runs iffy on
I
most
think
stuff.
people should stop complaining
There's
about
a lot of
balance.
problems with crashing. There's problems where people in the EU or in group queues can literally get kicked off the game forcibly for the next 2.5 hours.
Everyone should just be
There are a lot of
strong.
problems with frame rate issues with certain characters. There's a lot of stuff wrong with it. But the problem is, um, they aren't
So it's
focusing on
fun.
fixing these bugs or improving the quality of stuff or making new
Leave
maps. They're
it bad.
focused entirely. Almost everything that they're doing is focused on making and implementing new characters. Because that's really what's keeping the game alive right now. They only really have new content and hype to go off of, and honestly, it's gonna kill the game
I
eventually, but
used to play that game.
a lot of the dedicated community right now really wants them to just buckle down and fix a bunch of bugs. And I have to agree with them, and that's why it's a problem that they keep adding in new content. Now, okay, what you said, Atlas Robo, about everything should just be strong so it's fun. The problem with that is that if everything is really, really good and effective at doing stuff, then that means that everything is going to have some form of, like, overpowered, I don't like this about it, because it's too good at stopping you. Okay, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to mute myself for a little bit. Sorry, people on stream.
I hath returned.
JR sounded very knowledgeable.
He is very knowledgeable.
I could hear him from here talking about frame rates and...
Hello.
Oh my gosh. It lagged and did not let me unmute myself. So I've just been talking into nothingness this whole time.
Oh my word.
I was explaining about why it's bad to balance things by making everything really good. And the problem is, if you make everything really good, then it
Then
always
you'll be
feels like you're
Vanguard.
banging your head against a wall. And so, like, if everything's really good, then yeah, you'll never be in a spot where you can't deal with a situation. But alternatively, you'll never be in a spot where you have a really good advantage, because anything can just kill you. And so that's why it's important to have both good and bad weapons, so that way people can use either, and those who want to be good use the better ones, and those who want to be special use the bad ones, so on and so forth. And,
Right.
yeah, Atlas Robo, I would highly encourage anybody with artistic inclinations to use them. Very fun, very constructive. As much as people try to tell you, you drawing stuff will not ruin your future.
Well, unless you were born in Austria-Hungary and went to an art school there.
Most kids are born hungry.
They're not born in Austria-Hungary.
Well, the Austrian kids are.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Can you inform your mother that you were making a joke
I
about
was-
Square-Tash Germany?
I was making a joke about artistic skills in Germany.
And I was making a joke about hungry.
I know. You're eating a hamburger right now.
Hello. Skipping some comments. Use what?
Yo, Mr. Treeman,
Autistic.
can you ask your mother for
I left
something
for
for
1
me?
second.
What's up?
I don't
Ask
know.
her how Karen's doing.
Drawing is good.
How Karen is doing?
Yes.
Mother,
What?
how is Karen?
What's JR saying about the cold
Hey, don't dox me.
Don't dox, we're live. Oh no.
Delete the stream.
Stream god. Oh no. Welp.
Luckily, that's not my legal name. Oh, you drew your profile picture?
Yeah, my PFP is something I drew.
Nice.
That's a pretty cool looking profile picture.
I asked my girlfriend to draw me a new a lobster for me, because the one I'm using is not my material.
Ah, I see. You could always try your hand at drawing a lobster. Try it.
Let's do a drawing stream where I go on MS Paint. Let's see
Also,
how
let's be
well I can
honest,
draw a
a
circle.
funny MS Paint poorly drawn lobster would be perfect for your channel.
That would be true. It fits my vibe.
You can also just buy one instance of a cartoon lobster clip art.
Just get better at drawing. It's that easy.
You know, if brute forcing my way through some really difficult piano songs has taught me anything, it's that the best way to learn something is by not being afraid to do it.
Nice.
Crack can open a cold one with the boys.
Yes, I got a root beer. The good old A&W root beer.
Oh yes, Mr. Lobster.
What's up?
Just to give you a little bit of video making
Totally
magic
haven't
advice.
been drawing
So right
for
now,
years.
I am currently speaking while laying down on my bed, and I'm just going to quickly go through a magical transformation. And do you hear the difference in my audio quality?
Whoa.
I literally just threw the blankets over my head. That is
Just to be not
literally
that
it.
far.
So if you're
Okay,
ever
wait.
recording,
Okay, listen to me. Right. I'm talking. The blanket is now on my head.
That
This
doesn't
is-
work like that.
It doesn't work like this? Why doesn't it work like
No,
the way you
cannot
talk?
you cannot wear the blanket like a sombrero.
Can I not use it as a hat, or do I have to have it laying on me?
Well, the point is that being underneath a blanket, it
Now got
completely... Blankets are, they're soft materials. They're like fabric and stuff, right?
So if you're completely underneath a blanket, it will absorb almost all of the sound echoes, and also it concentrates the sound into one area. So it's pretty much just directly capturing your voice very, very well. So, because of that, being completely underneath a blanket, like in your bed or something, can drastically improve your audio quality. And it's effectively the same as having an entire room with acoustic foam all over the place in just the right spots. And by just the right spots, I mean you're in a room full of acoustic foam. So, because of that, if you're ever recording, like, after the fact, you know, dubbing audio over the, whatever you call it, then, the video, then just being underneath your blankets is genuinely an adequate replacement to having a studio of, like, expensive equipment and foam and stuff to reduce the sound.
Huh.
And then again, just as a reminder, what you were hearing there was me underneath the blankets, and what you're hearing now is me in my room.
Interesting.
Do you have a standalone mic, or is it just headsets?
It's my headset mic. Let's go, Hog! Okay, wait. Yeah! Yo, I got the Hog up here!
Yo!
Yo! We're that cool.
The hog.
Oh my gosh, I forgot how much delay there is on stream. I'm speaking like 2.5 seconds in the future, because when you said, yo, I got the hog up here, it was right after you blew up the mine on stream. And so when I said, yo, that was when you got him on, that was when you detonated the mine and he was in the air. And then, you know, obviously you said, yo, I got the hog up here when you actually got the hog up there. And so I'm like, that's how far behind I am right now. Let me see if I'm actually, one second, just...
Ah. The two widows are just kind of chilling there. I screwed it up. I can't do it facing forward, I have to do it facing back. I would even put to sleep.
Oh, sleepy time. Oh yes, fun fact, the sleep dart deals 5 damage, so you can kill somebody with a sleep dart.
I've been waiting 4 minutes for this priority queue DPS. That said it would take
Priority
1.
queue?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. To be fair, probably not prime time for Overwatch gamers in our region.
Yeah, so I should
wonder
have
if
like...
everybody in this skirmish is just queuing for DPS, and that's why they've been here for so long.
the DPS skirmish.
Because I believe that skirmishes last 50 or so minutes, and this skirmish has 5 minutes left on it. Oh yeah, there was a video I found a long time ago. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can find it again, because it's absolutely freaking hilarious.
Hey there.
Alright.
Okay, so...
Microphone.
Oh no, I tapped out of the stream because my screen protector fricks with my touch sensitivity. Okay, let me just keep searching for it without being on stream.
Yeah.
So... way back in the day, I searched for Overwatch ASMR because I was that kind of person.
Oh boy.
And I was looking through stuff, and I found something that looked promising.
Right.
And I clicked on it, and then I watched it, and it was nice, and I was like, cool. And then it auto-played to the next video, and it was some dude who was like, alright guys, we're going to do some ASMR today. So, Junkrat and Roadhog went, and then it was revealed that the sound effects on the game were pumped up to unholy levels. And so instead of hearing this ASMR, you just hear this quiet, soft, calming background tune, and then you hear
Just
and then
absolute
it cuts out
chaos.
for just long enough to hear the person say, "It's high noon," and then it goes back
It's high noon. Boom, 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 boom. I
need
love
to
that
find-
personally.
So
Thank
funny.
you. Yeah.
Did someone say something about life insurance?
We've been trying to reach out to you about your car's extended warranty.
Is mine?
Those are mine. The bags are right there. Why are you trying to steal my food? Ow! Someone hit me! I have never been on the attack on this map. Wait a minute, I just realized. No wonder I didn't know what map this was.
Bro, with some maps on Paladins, freaking bot matches, there's some maps that I still think are just some maps that I literally have not played from one certain area. For example, just the other day, I got Warder's Gate and realized I have literally never played Warder's Gate from the grassy side.
I love grass.
Wait, what time do we have to be at the kitchen?
8.
Oh.
So 7:30?
Nah, 7.
It sucks.
Are you sure?
Skipping some comments. The
Why is my TTS
I
going
might
off?
get going. Had fun chatting.
You don't want to shower
Take care.
tonight?
Nah, I showered.
The both of you.
Showering
Lol.
always helps me like wind down.
Yeah, I can shower now.
Hey, it'll be funny if I...
That'd be me.
That indeed was funny. It would be funny if I did it again.
Mr. Lobster,
What's up?
I was looking through these videos and I found ASMR floss while my brother is mad at Overwatch, and this is the worst floss I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm sending it to you via Discord for science reasons.
For political reasons, I will not be watching it.
For personal reasons, I will not be going to work anymore.
For personal reasons, I will become political. So, like, I've heard of, like, the political left and right, right? What about the political... Are they just, like... south?
Personally, I am politically wrong. Sigma
sorry.
begins his dissociation from reality. Overwatch ASMR.
You wanna know my, You wanna know my political standpoint?
No.
I am the politics. I am the president. Vote for me.
Let's see.
Well, I just watched one of their teammates leave. As I wanted to murder them. Hey, it'll be funny, but...
This life's never uneventful.
Alright, well, my team's gonna hate me. I'll be right back.
Alright.
30 seconds remaining. Mission window closing. We must achieve victory quickly. Seconds remaining.
go inactive for like a minute, and I'm
what?
kicked out. Fun
Oh,
game.
yeah. I probably should have mentioned that happens too.
Well, here's my stats.
I'm currently trying to find the ASMR video because I'm dying.
Fair. I'm almost level 23.
Stop.
I have 3 hours playing Orisa, 2 hours playing Lucio, and 2 hours playing Baptiste. And just hitting an hour on Mccree. I refuse to call him Cassidy. Alright, I'll push out one more match before hopping off. Just queue up for flex, I don't care.
Where the heck is the video? I cannot find it.
Did they get rid of it?
It's entirely possible. The only thing other than I've already told you that I remember about the video is that the person who created it was apparently the brother to another anime content creator lady that I remember. I don't remember her name, though. Unfortunately, that is completely unhelpful in my search.
I need to play a good healer. Baptiste. I watched the video you sent me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
What video did... Oh. Oh.
ASMR floss while my brother is mad at Overwatch.
Tell me that that's not the worst
That
floss
is
you've
the
ever
most
seen.
horrid floss.
It's so bad.
Ready to move. I saw you at Luna's cabaret the other evening. Would you care to go together sometime?
I prefer to attend events alone.
Apologies. I wouldn't wish to.
5, 4,
I love the random interactions between characters at the start of a match.
Enemy contact.
Apparently, there are some hero interactions that are impossible to see anymore because of the roll queue.
Oh yeah, because interesting, actually. I'm glad they added roll queue, but like, what the frick, man?
All better. Enemy contact.
Excuse me.
What the heck?
Baby Diva.
Okay, so I just ran into the weirdest video I've ever seen.
What's up?
So, Google search for Overwatch ASMR. 'Cause I'm still trying to find this video, okay? I see a video 29 seconds long from iFunny.
Oh no, I funny.
Got you good as new.
The thumbnail is a GIF from the Metal Gear Solid game with the buff dude who says Nanomachine son. And it says, can't hurt me because they haven't squeezed my balls while burping the alphabet to get the poop crapper buff so they can start damage phase. And the title of the video is NSFW Overwatch ASMR Winston forecloses your house.
Winston forecloses your house. That's
There
a
are
relatable
so many
statement.
questions.
Why is Winston for closing my house? Bro, I
What
want
makes
house.
that-
Is Winston
my.
not a scientist? But,
Okay,
but,
I
real
can't
estate
share with
agent?
you what exactly I'm getting, but that was the first in a line of many videos that have that tag.
Oh no.
That was satisfying. It's just so simple.
I don't think I'm ever gonna find this freaking video because I just don't think I'm ever gonna find this video, man.
That's unfortunate.
It's been
Bad
too
play,
long, I don't
Reinhardt.
remember enough.
I don't. I have this vague memory of it being very vague.
Well, no, the thing is, I
That's
know.
most memories.
I remember basically everything about the video. I just don't remember anything about the creator, and I don't remember anything related to the creator. I don't remember what the rest of their content was. I don't know what the exact title of the video was. I don't remember what their, username was. I don't remember what their sister's username was. There's so many things I don't remember, but I remember the video exactly, and it's not helping me.
Shut it, old man. 76. How old is 76? 76?
No idea. I think he's got the Captain America backstory, though. Wait, no. I'm stupid. He does not have the Captain America backstory. I'm just completely stupid. Okay, so I remembered one detail that might actually get me to where I want. So, remember how I said this particular... Okay, that was fast. Okay,
You
so
found it?
how I said that I remembered that this particular YouTuber said that they had a brother, and this brother was the person who made this Overwatch ASMR video, right?
Right.
Well, I remembered that this girl whose brother was the creator that I'm looking for did something on the Virgin Killer sweater because she was that kind of YouTuber who did anime stuff back in the day, and she was female. So, I searched it up, third result. So, her name was Aki Dearest.
Right.
Now I just need to find Aki Dearest's brother.
It's you or me, brother. Payload secure. Move out.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I was too focused on the bird to worry about the frog.
Someone's looking out for me.
Ah, I was wrong.
Oh?
Not brother-sister, they're boyfriend-girlfriend.
Oh.
Or were, I'm not sure. I'm not gonna look into it either.
Let them up. Just get started.
Double kill. Victory.
Nice.
Play of the game.
I've got you in my sights. Activating the barrier. I love the smell of pulse munitions in the morning.
There's a decent chance that this person deleted the video.
No, after all this time. No, you gotta be kidding me.
That's what I'm thinking, bro.
I am 11 XP away from leveling up.
Let's see.
Well, I have a loot crate to open. Unless it gave me the level up, I don't know. I think he gave me the level up. Either way, I'm done tonight. That's a cool 76 skin.
Would you like my analysis of the situation?
Alright. 2 more levels until ranked. That's gonna be interesting. Still never